Hello, hello, can you hear me?
Hello, hello.
Nice.
I
You can
can
hear
hear you.
me? Perfect.
Can hear you.
Um,
How do
s-
I sound? Am I good?
yeah, it's decent. It's not gonna it's not the best, but
Okay. Let
it's working. I
me
can
see if
hear
I
you.
can. Let me
Oh,
see if
it's
I
way
can.
better now already.
Okay.
I don't know if you changed anything, but it's way better now.
Nope. If it's not good, let me know, and I'll. If it's ever not good, let me know.
Nice, perfect right now. Perfect.
Okay.
Nice. So how do I call you?
You can call me Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how are you doing, Jeremy?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. It's just pretty hot right now in France, like
Oh
really
yeah.
hot for some reason. But other than that, like yeah, we're doing good. Just drinking a lot of water,
Yeah, that's good.
and yeah, excited for this session as well. I haven't been coaching for a month. I was on
Oh
vacation and
yeah.
shit, so I'm glad to
Nice.
get back in it. I said I would
Yeah.
do like 35 free train coachings, and you're number 20. So I'm just gonna.
Let's go.
But it's good because now I have even more experience. Like, it's not like I didn't have experience before doing them, but now you can be sure
Yeah.
that yeah, it's really on point,
I
and
trust you.
hopefully I can yeah
I trust you.
hopefully I can teach you a few things.
Yeah.
So let's say I have no information about you as a player, Jeremy. So can you tell me a bit
Oh
about
yeah.
you as a League of Legends player? Like yeah, anything that you think would be useful for this session.
Um, yeah. I can link my OPGG if you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That'd probably be good. That'd probably be a good idea. Um, yeah. I've been playing Shrin since like season 8 or 9, and
Okay.
I'm trying to get to Diamond this season. And yeah, that's it, I guess.
Okay. You've been playing for how long? The game.
Season 6.
Season 6, okay.
Yes, sir.
And so you're Emerald 2 right now. So what were you in last split?
I only started playing ranked like seriously this split. I never really tried to get to anywhere. But
Oh,
this
really?
season this season I was like, "Yeah, I'll try to get to Diamond. Let's see if I can
Well,
do it."
that's pretty good. That's pretty encouraging. Like your first season of actually like tryharding solo queue, you're already in the top like 5% of players, like 6.12% actually. Uh,
Really?
yeah,
Is that
Emerald
is that
2.
what the spread is for Emerald right now? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. Top 6.12% of the best players on the server. So
It's
that's
not good enough.
of
Not good
course,
enough.
it's never good enough. It's never good enough. but that's like already like little tap on the back. How have you been like enjoying the game before ranked? Like, were you like playing flex or just normal games or?
Yeah, I was just playing normal games with friends, pretty much. Uh, and then I don't know. I thought I would try to just see if I could get Diamond, just see if I could do it.
Mhm.
And it's been kind of working out, I guess. I'm close.
Yeah, so far it's looking good. You have a decent win rate, 55%, so you're still climbing, and hopefully I can give you a little boost with that coaching. So let's see.
Yeah.
When I do my sessions, I try to find like in your gameplay what would be like the 3, 4, maybe 5 like flaws, weaknesses that if you work on you will get the most result. Do you have any
Yeah.
idea of what would these be for you?
Um, as far as like stuff that I think I need to work on, probably rotating, like knowing when to split and when to team fight is stuff. A big problem I think I have. Back timing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, probably wave management. Probably needs some work too. Um, and yeah, I'd say the biggest thing is just knowing when I should be splitting and when I should be rotating to help my team or team fighting. Probably my
Okay.
biggest issue.
Okay. By the way, did anything change on your mic? Because now it's back to being less good. It's just like at the start of the
Really?
coaching, and now it's
Right.
good again. I don't know if something changes.
Let's
Maybe just
see. See
Discord.
if this is better. Let's see if this is better.
Okay. Okay, I see. During the game and the review, I would try to look at everything and talk about like anything that I see. But it's nice to hear sometimes like what you guys think your mistakes are, and sometimes you're very much on point, and sometimes you're
Yeah,
not. So
I
we're
think
gonna see that.
I think I'll yeah.
Um,
Um, Should I
Okay.
just get into a game?
Yeah, so you can start sharing your screen, looking for a game, and we'll keep doing a bit of talking until you find one.
Okay, sounds good. I like to play mid, by the way. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course, of
Is that okay?
course. Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine. I actually have even
Sweet.
like I have more success in mid lane than in top lane.
Yeah, me
But
too.
I just personally don't like playing mid. I don't find it as fun as top lane personally. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
really fine, and that's where Tryndamere is the strongest ATM, and he's been like stronger mid than top for like the last 2 years or maybe 3 years even.
Really? Last 2 years? I know that only became popular within the last year to take him
Yeah,
mid.
it became popular only recently. It's like so basically what happened is like Ranger at some point said, "Wait, what about Twin Mid?" And then he did an
Yeah.
unranked to like Challenger on Twin Mid and had more success than with Twin Top. And then he coached Nemesis on Tryndamere Mid. And then Nemesis started to play Twin Mid, and Nemesis went in Korea, and then
Oh,
she showed
okay.
the Korean server Tryndamere Mid, and that's where Tryndamere became meta in pro play and people
Yeah,
were
yeah.
spamming it mid. So yeah, sometimes like something like it was a super OP. Like you actually have so many like instances where you have like super OPs in the game, and Trend mid was one
Yeah.
of them. So actually,
That
Tryndamere is
makes
getting
sense.
nerfed on next patch. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Do you think it's worth the extra range? What do you think?
Oh yeah, like it's still a buff overall.
Yeah.
it's still a big buff overall. Um, just that yeah, like the range was too much basically when you think about it. So the nerf AD, so the more AD you have, the less it matters that the nerf like for flat AD. So early game it
Yeah.
matters, but later it doesn't matter at all. So later you just straight up have a buff. In early game you have like 6% less AD because you started with like 73 or something. So you had 6%
Mhm.
less AD for 40% more attack range. So
Okay,
it's
yeah.
like a good trade, you know. And
Yeah,
now we're
yeah.
getting even less AD and also less health growth. And this is gonna make all-ins harder early on, but it's gonna force you to use that extra range that you have to get one or two extra autos that you wouldn't get before. And if you get those one or
Yeah.
two extra autos, it actually compensates for the fact that you get less AD
Hmm.
basically. So,
Yeah.
but it's deserved and it's still a buff overall. Like Tryndamere is still gonna be in a good spot, I
Yeah.
think.
I think so too. I think it's really good. It's
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think he's probably a little too good.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's okay.
I agree.
That's
So,
okay.
so, so, what do you think, in your opinion? What makes Tryndamere mid good? Like, what makes your champion work? What do you think are his strengths?
Just you have like more agency over the game. You can go bot, you can roam to top, you can invade the enemy jungler. You can you can actually be involved with dragon, which is pretty important. Um, yeah, I just in general, you just have more. You can do more stuff on him. You got more freedom to impact the game, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
In general,
Anything else?
um, I feel like that's it.
Okay. Well, I would tell you like some other strengths that I see that make like Tryndamere like mid work particularly well. First, like he doesn't really have bad except LeBlanc, which you're banning, which is really good.
Yep. Hell
Ex-
yeah. Hell yeah.
yeah, other than LeBlanc, he doesn't really have bad matchups in mid lane. It's not like yeah, you don't have like
Oh yeah, yeah. The
a lot
champs
of
are squishier
champions.
too. You can beat on
Yes,
them. Yeah.
exactly. They're not gonna Kotaba his wardens
Yeah.
for first
I should
base.
have. Yeah.
So that's one thing. And then the
You're
other
right.
thing is that you actually like mid lane champions, they don't have sustain, most of them. You think Oriana, you think TF, you think Syndra, you think I don't know, Morgana mid, etc. Like those mages, they don't have sustain, and you have infinite
Hmm.
sustain. So you can just
Yeah.
almost like dash in E auto on CD, and then you're just gonna bad trades become good trades just because you have
Yeah.
Qs, you know. So those are also like two big parts of the champion. And then yes, the fact that also you can get Iron Spike Whip or Tiamat at some point, and then you just insta clear the wave and pressure to rotate on each wave basically. So yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Um, so whenever I do a coaching, there's two exercises that we have to do, like every single student. has
Yeah.
to do those 2 exercises. So the first one will be what I call do the thinking. So doing the thinking means whenever every champion will be hovered or locked, you just look at the champs and you tell me like all the information that you can think of that you think are useful for the game. That would be first. So throughout like
Okay.
loading screen and even at the end of champ select, etc., you just tell me the information that you can think of regarding the game.
Okay. Yeah,
And then
I watched a few of your videos, so
okay,
I've
nice. So I
yeah,
see what it
some of your
means.
stream too. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I've seen you ask it a few times.
Okay, nice. And then the second one would be jungle tracking, but that's where we get when we get into the game. So I will let you
Okay.
do the talking now whenever you feel like it, or you have all the info. I will let you do the talking.
Okay. You think these runes are good into Talon?
Show me. Um, I don't like to go double tenacity since they nerfed the tenacity runes, so you can go
So
second winner vitalize
alacrity.
or you could go alacrity
Oh, we're talking
also.
about okay.
Okay, it's
Oh,
like
you mean unflinching or
I mean,
for
it,
this
it
one?
kind of depends. So since they nerfed the double tenacity, like they used to stack on each other, and now like there is a multiplier, so like you don't get the full value of both runes if you go both tenacity
Oh,
runes.
really?
So since that
Did not know
happened,
that.
yeah, it was like 6 patches ago, maybe 7, and since it happened, I don't like to go double tenacity anymore. But I have to go. Of course, you need to go for at least one tenacity rune on Tryndamere. So it
Yeah.
depends. If I feel like I'm getting poked, second win Vitalis is pretty OP, and then I go for legend like tenacity. And if I
Yeah.
feel like I'm not threatened, I'm on an easy matchup, I can go for alacrity and then go for unflinching and even sometimes demolish or whatever, you know. But yeah, I
Yeah,
don't like to
that's
stack
fair.
tenacity runes for that reason.
Okay, I didn't know that actually. Thank you.
You
I will remember that.
nice. Or teaching you things. Let's go.
Yeah, definitely.
You
Before we
coach.
even get in the game. It's
Okay.
awesome.
Do you ever play Demolish on Twin Mid or not really?
Um, no, not usually. Not usually because usually it depends on the champ, but normally I'm not able to hit the turret that much.
Hmm.
Because you know, I go Tiamat into Kraken. So usually I'm not hitting the turret too much. I usually I'm just shoving in and rotating.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
But I could definitely try it. It doesn't. Let's see. With
I
the like specific matchups, I think it could be pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, yeah. It should be done into like not every matchup, but some matchup that cannot like they cannot contest the push, and then instead of having to like push, look for a rotate, and then hopefully something happens on
Yeah,
your rotation, you can just push and go for a demolish proc, and you just get platings and on platings on platings. But that
that's
would be
true.
into like some very specific matchups. I was just curious about it. And
Yeah.
are you a stride breaker enjoyer? Do you play stride breaker sometimes?
I sometimes I'll go it if the enemy team has like a lot of squishy champs that kite me.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I don't. It doesn't feel good in my opinion. But I think it can be good. I don't go it a whole lot unless their team is like 4 squishy like ranged champs.
Okay.
Um, I just don't think you do as much damage. It just doesn't feel as good to play in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in my opinion, you should only build it if it's absolutely necessary to stick on your opponents, and then of course you get more damage because you get more autos. Um, okay, was just kind of curious because actually, like something I realized this year with Tryndamere is that you can look at if you look at the best 5 Tryndamere players on every server, I think you have probably in total like 12 different ways of playing him. Like actually like in Korea they go Ghost Ignite. In you have a challenger player on EOS that goes TP Flash with Grasp, but he goes
Yeah,
Grasp, but he goes for fighting items. And you have me that sometimes goes Grasp and goes for Hullbreaker Rush and try for second. And then you have
yeah,
Ranger who only likes to go lethal tempo every single game and goes for Kraken Navori most of the time. Like you have so many ways to actually play the champion. The most important thing is, well, one, that you do
damn.
things for a reason, that you have a reason to go for
Yeah,
your runes, your items, and shit. and second that you make the best out of whatever you built or took as runes. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just.
it is. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm just looking at your reasons, see if there are any, and there seems to be reasons and thinking. So I think we're not gonna be talking about the items or builds too much.
Yeah, I am interested in more ways to play Tryndamere, because I watched that video you made on grass versus lethal tempo, and I tried it, and it was really really good, like really really good.
Mm,
The Hull Breaker into Triforce into like bad matchups like Malphite and Jax, really good.
okay, I'm glad that you liked it. Yeah, I feel like it's less snowball potential, but it's just winning all the time. Like you keep.
It's way better than just getting your ass beat by Malphite
Oh yeah, for sure,
after level 6.
completely. Okay, we're not getting lucky with the games. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I actually never get this many dodges ever. It's wild. And then someone's gonna ban Trinity this game too, dude, and then we're gonna have to dodge.
That would
And
be so sad.
it's tragic.
Okay. So it feels like you've been playing a fair amount this split. No, I saw like
Yeah, I
280
have.
games or something.
Yeah, I'm getting close to 300.
And are you gonna be able like to keep that pace for the rest
I
of the
don't
split?
know.
You think?
I don't know, dude. It's a little mind numbing to play so
Oh
much
yeah,
solo queue.
yeah,
It's
for sure.
definitely not good for your brain,
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you're
but
gonna see in your
we
journey
try.
of climbing solo queue, sometimes like the best way to gain LP is just to stop playing for a few days, and then you actually come back stronger. Because when you play that much, at some point, sometimes you just develop bad habits, and you need to
Yeah.
like kind of get out of the game to erase them some way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially when you play so many games in succession and you're losing
Yeah.
too. Yeah, it doesn't tend to make you play better, in my experience at least.
Yes, indeed. Well, I mean, I would like to say you can start doing the thinking right now, like when they pick champions and shit. But if it's gonna be a dodge again, then it's just like kind of
God, it probably will.
thinking for nothing. But that's actually how I think you should approach like your games when you're gonna be like off coaching. Like you just see, for example, okay, Koglu lose, so I know that by default I have a win condition, kick scaling,
Yeah.
etc. Like just throw out the champ select because you have so many things you can think of in that game, and anything you think of right now, it's actually like brain processing power that you free up for later in the game. So if you know
Yeah.
in minute 1 how you're gonna team fight at minute 30, when you're at minute 30, you don't have to think about it, and you just have to think about, okay, where should be my positioning, what vision do they have, etc. And it's just like you just win more games when you do that thinking early.
Yeah. Yeah. Um I guess into the Trinity into Zed is like pretty annoying. Pretty annoying for me. Um in my opinion. So the poke. At least before level 3. It's fine, but after level 3 it's a little annoying. I'm trying to think. Um God,
Man, really?
dude, this never happened. This is crazy, man. It's so messed up. Maybe because I'm playing so
Yeah.
early in the day.
Oh, what time
I
is
don't
it for
know.
you right now?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
so
it's
it's
part
a
of
bit
it.
early. I
But
don't
well,
usually play at this hour.
but it doesn't seem like you have autofill, so it's just like,
Getting pretty lucky there too.
yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they don't ban trend.
God.
Do you have any other
Hopefully his
like yeah,
any other what?
champions that you play than trend?
Nope. This is it. I'm all in. I'm
Let's
all in on
go
this one guy.
like that.
Hmm. He's just honestly the only character I enjoy playing in ranked specifically.
Hmm.
like I'll play whatever in Norms, but Tryndamere is just really fun, especially because like you can your like existence just upsets the enemy team in general. Like they're already upset they have to play against you.
True.
So that's another part that's really like about him. Just the fact that you exist in the game is already tilting them.
Mm. Cool. I really like the fact that you just accept any
But yeah, I'm going
roles.
mid. You know,
Yeah.
I might as well give my teammate the counter pick, even though Alawi already picked their champ, but it's fine. Plus, most people think I'm going top.
Hey. Hopefully the game will
All right, yeah. Let
play
me
out.
make
So
sure.
yeah.
Is this good? You think, or should I go tenacity, revitalize? Talon
Gonna
is a little
if
annoying.
yeah, if you feel like he's gonna poke you a lot, you can go a second in revitalize and then tenacity on the
Okay.
legend tenacity. Yeah, you need some tenacity though. Because here you have
Yeah.
equity, I think.
Okay.
Like yeah,
Fuck.
if you don't go
I messed it
tenacity in
up.
the green tree, it's still fine.
I did. I went unflinching, but I didn't go the other one.
Really? Okay. But then
I meant to switch it.
okay.
Yeah, you wanted me to tell you what I think about the team comp.
Mm-hmm.
Kaisa, dude, I don't know about this. I don't know. I'm gonna be real. I don't know about Swain Alawi.
The
I mean,
screen share
Kaisa Karma.
by the way, just sorry
Oh,
to
my
cut you, the
bad.
screen share stopped. If you
Okay,
can restart it.
there you go. Sorry.
Okay, you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. I don't know. I mean, Kaisa Karma should win into Swain Alawi. I hope. Um, they should win their lane. This is a little interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about this pick.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Talon is Talon's hard because he can just leave, and I can't follow if he roams. It's really difficult for me to follow his roam. Uh, but I should win. I should. I think the lane is slightly favored toward me. At least pre-6. After 6, it becomes a lot harder because he can just ult away. Um, top lane. Top lane. I think Darius wins. Um, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know the. I think Seth's just not very good in general. I just don't think he's like a very good champion right now. Oh wait, I should probably go. Do you think I should get D Shield or D Blade?
I'd personally go D shield. You can go both. It's gonna change a bit how
Okay.
you play, but I like to go D shield
Okay. Yeah, I usually do. It just
just
depends on
because
the
it's so
matchup.
consistent. Like you never know if the
Yeah,
enemy
yeah,
jungler is gonna just spend his whole life mid. Same for enemy support, and then you'll be very happy to have D shield.
yeah. Um, jungle matchup. Uh, I don't know honestly. I don't know how Rammus does in the Renekton. I think Rammus wins because of taunt if they fight. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you would I should talk about.
Well, now we're getting to the lane phase, so that's gonna be good enough. It was a decent thinking. So now
Yeah.
just tell me what you can think about the jungle tracking, and I would just let you play your lane and try to be. If you can like explain your thoughts, that will help me a lot.
Okay. I want to try to get some damage in level 1 on this guy because he's not gonna have his passive. Right, she said top. Nice. Um, yeah, that was not good. Ooh, I'm getting lucky with the crits.
Nah, good Tryndamers know when they crit. That's what's happening.
True. Oh, this guy's a little
Okay,
silly.
that was lucky,
This
but
guy's a little silly, dude.
okay.
I'm pretty sure I kill him when it's 30. No, never mind. Nice. Good stuff.
Okay, what's your plan now?
Um, I want to think need to go in here actually. Hold on. I need to get this wave under. I shouldn't have ghosted. Yeah, that was a little bit silly. A bit of a silly play. I should have. Not good. Not good. That was not a good series of events.
Okay,
I'm
I
definitely
will.
not used to. I'm not used to talking and playing at the same
Oh
time.
yeah, for sure. It's definitely
It's
harder.
it's really hard, but that's definitely on me. I griefed it a little bit there for sure.
Hmm. So it might surprise you, but what actually killed you here, like the biggest part, is your Q usage. I feel like you're holding on your
Yeah,
Fury maybe a bit too much. So
yeah,
we'll see. For now, from now, like whenever like you get low again, I will maybe call it. Try to really like see that the Q is like the most broken part of Tryndamere. It's actually what makes
yeah.
the champion trend strong. So see if we can abuse that. Okay. For example, here I
Yeah,
would
you're
Q
right. Yeah,
because you know
yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
build Fury again and you're not fighting for a bit. And now you
yeah.
completely abuse him.
I really need to kill him before 6. Damn, that's not good.
What's your plan now?
Actually, I want to go in. I think I can make a burn ult here. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna push this in. Nice, bot lane's winning. Sweet, as they should. I killed this guy. Oh,
Yeah, that's Rek'Sai specific.
oh,
The big burst. That
oh.
is the wave is fixed.
What are you gonna do? That's unfortunate.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely not my best performance.
It's fine. At least we're having content, you know.
True. Yeah, this is really good content.
Because the mistakes I'm
I
seeing
hope so,
is,
at
is
least.
is are not your death. Like I don't really care about your death. It's
Yeah,
kind of things that lead to them. But we're gonna
yeah.
talk about it after for sure. Okay, so what's your goal right now? What's your plan?
See if I can get my jungler to gank, honestly. I think we can kill this guy. Oh shit, dude. The Alawi support gank. Well, we can do this. We can do this. He's got no mana.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Darius. And Rammus. Sweet. Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, what now?
I don't. Maybe we can fight this. No, Darius is going back top. Gonna push in the wave. Maybe me and Rammus can fight this. Maybe. I think I just have to leave it. Actually, I don't think there's much I can do. Yeah, the Alawi support's just too good.
That was actually good by her.
Yeah, it was. I think I might have to stay now. So you get the wave pushed. Yeah, that's another thing I'm not very good at. Yeah, I gotta go back to the wave, chief.
So here, for example, you are not gonna fight him, so you should have killed the instant.
Yeah, you're right. We can kill here. Okay, well, that's fine. Kill this guy for sure. That was greedy. That was super greedy. I should have stayed in that fight. I shouldn't. I should have eat away. I shouldn't have eat toward Talon. I should have just left.
Mm-hmm. Or you could also hold your E for whenever he's gonna go out of his ultimate. So you kinda ulted like without vision, trying to
Yeah.
gamble where he is, where you are still under ult, you could wait to have information and then E on him.
Yeah,
Not
you're
pretty
right.
close. It's still fine. Okay, so now we're coming back. We bought Tiamat,
Probably got
so
top. Should probably got top.
nice. And what are you doing top?
Um, dude, I think I just have to give him this turret and eat the wave. Once I can get there. But I think he just gets this turret, push the wave out, and then rotate the dragon. Actually, I don't have ult, so I'm actually not very useful at all. I'll just, I think I'll stay it. Yeah. I think I'll try and keep set top, because that's really all I can do. I don't have ult or flash. Oh. Yeah, they probably won't come for me. I'm gonna try to get some plays. Yeah, okay. Yep. Sweet.
Okay,
Alright.
what now?
I gotta rotate for the dragon. Now that I have ult up and ghost. Sorry. Yeah, we should probably just do the dragon. Probably should not have burned Iron Ghost for that. Yeah, too greedy. Way, way, way too greedy there. I also didn't check the map. I didn't see that my team was not with me anymore. That is another thing I messed up.
Okay. So the outcome is still not the worst. So when you're coming back, where are you going? What are you doing? What's your next play?
I'll probably go bot and match Talon. Go help with the red buff. That shit's going. Yeah, I don't have ult, so I'm not very useful as a champion right now. I need to just farm out a wave. It sucks.
Okay, what are you playing for right now?
No objectives for a little while. So, I think I just keep pushing this wave out.
Hmm?
And then what's coming up? Yeah, just dragon. Dragon's not for a while. Okay, I'll get this turret now. Unless someone comes. Someone came. It's Alawi again.
So just giving you that info right now. Whenever like there's no objectives to play, we're playing for power
Yeah.
spikes. You're playing
What'd you say?
to when you're not playing for an objective, you're playing for
Yeah.
power spikes. You're playing to be as strong as possible for the next objective. So you're kind of thinking about what items you need, you want, and
Yeah,
how much
okay.
gold you
Okay,
need,
yeah.
and you play for this. So here, for example,
Yeah.
how much you need for Hydra?
50 more gold.
Okay.
So this I'll push in this next wave, or I'll kill this next wave. I don't think I can kill this guy. He's got a full item, good amount more farm. He just ult away from me. Sweet. Okay, got my item.
Okay, what now?
I want to try to get this turret. I think now I might be able to kill Talon now that I have my full item.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes in, but he's not really.
The wave, hit the wave.
Oh my
Oh, sad.
god. Alright, tell me what I did wrong. I mean, I didn't
Um.
ult, obviously. That's what I did wrong there. I didn't ult.
Yes, but that's also like
That's one of the things.
one of the things. Like you are looking to play an all-in, and that's not how you want to play once you have Hydra. Like Hydra, like you have that Omnivamp, and he doesn't have sustain at all. So you kind of want to take like
True.
trades and then sustain to full HP on the incoming wave, and then trade again,
Yeah.
and then all in. But then you could have even like won the all in. It's just that when he ulted, you had a bit of time, and during that time you just
Yeah.
walked, and you could have hit the wave to get some HP and
Yeah, you're
fury
right.
and cleave damage, and then of course ult.
Yeah, I was trying to predict where he would run,
Mhm.
but yeah, I should have been hitting the wave.
And the cleave also helps you to know if he's on you, because then if you hit the wave, you see
True,
him.
yeah, you get the shimmer when you.
Exactly.
Alright, I'll get the turret now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can do it. See how much damage I do. Yeah, we can do it. We can't do it. We can't do it. It's bad. It's bad news. Is that 3? Fuck, man. I'm gonna have to fight. I'm gonna be real with you. This is one of the worst games I've had in a while.
It's I believe you. I've seen your
Pretty
BGG.
bad.
I know this is not like average, and I'm not here to see your performance, or I'm here
Yeah,
to
I
try to pick
know.
your brain, to see the thought
It's just a
processes.
little embarrassing. Just a little
Nah,
bit.
don't worry, man. I got coached by Ranger. I paid like $80
Oh yeah?
for an hour, and I completely griefed the game. It
Damn.
happens, man. It was actually because I was a bit like I was concerned that like he was watching me and shit. But yeah, like
Yeah, the TRYNDAMERE master
yeah.
watching you.
So
Yeah.
and actually like it didn't matter at all, and I was still able to learn a lot, and we're still gonna be able to do that. So what matters to me is that like league, it's a permanent question. It's a permanent question of what is my best play now, regardless of
Yeah.
how far you are in the game, like ahead or behind. It's still the same question. So that's kind of what I want to hear from you, and you will still always have good play, like even if you're like giga behind, you always have a best option. So let's
Yeah.
just try to keep finding that best option, and it's gonna be very
That's
fine.
true. That's true.
So what would that be right now, for example?
How much are they? They haven't even done it actually. We could still do drag.
Mm-hmm.
It's still on the table. That's still an option. Try to get my team to come do it. I think we maybe can contest. Okay, I was talking shit about Alawi support, and I guess I shouldn't have. She's kind of doing kind of good. At least she's in spirit grabs. Dude, okay, it's warded here. I really want this turret. I'm not even gonna lie. I really want this turret. I'm feeling a little greedy for this turret. Yeah, I don't think I can be very helpful in that fight anyway. I'll rotate up though. Nah, I'm gonna keep going. The fight's over. I'm gonna keep going. Oh, are there more people up here? There are more people up here. What? This is crazy. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
and
This is crazy, man. This
uh,
is nuts.
it's not even
That's
good
a
for them.
dude. That's crazy.
It's not good
What
for
the
them. Why is
hell?
it not good for them?
I can't believe that.
So
That felt really personal.
yeah. So why is it not even good for them? Why is it a bad play for them?
Uh, because they could have been doing other stuff on the map. Like I guess my team could have tried to do Baron while that was happening, or push a turret. They could have been doing other stuff on the map entirely. It was kind of a waste to kill. I'm not even worth shit anyway. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not even worth that much gold. There's better plays they could have been making that were worth more gold. Still don't have ult. Yeah, I'm really not sure what to do. These games are really hard for me, especially when they're like we're like decently even as well. The game's like pretty even, so it's hard for me to figure out what my role is at this point. Because I'm like I can't really kill anybody, because I kind of fed my ass off, so I can't really kill their characters because they're stacking HP.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I also feel like I need to be there when my team fights, so that we can have the highest possible chance of winning.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Well. Never mind. They both just walked up. Yeah, I'm gonna push this actually. There's nothing. I can't do anything to affect the outcome of that. They've already. Now I'll go back. Yeah, they're gonna go to Baron.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna push mid. Oh, they're doing Baron. I don't know, Chief. That's pretty sketchy. Yeah, I don't know, Chief. I don't know. Actually, no. Actually, that's stupid. No, that's dumb.
Okay, okay.
That was silly. I thought there was only two. I thought there was only two, so I was gonna rotate over. But it's not very good.
That Twin Wave is really good though. Okay, so whenever, yeah, I mean, I
Oh,
think it's
I
gonna be
almost have enough
easier to
gold.
talk about it after the game.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, what are you looking for right now?
Just give me what I need. I think this will give me my Navori if I sell my nope,
Mm-hmm.
200.
It
Actually,
actually
no, I need.
does,
Yeah,
because it's
yeah. If I
180
get this
and.
wave, if I get this wave, it definitely does.
Mm-hmm. You did.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I think I should have flashed away. I'm pretty sure I should have flashed away, but I didn't think I could. I think I was already done there. If it was just talent, I probably would have, but since Rek'Sai was there
Mm-hmm.
too, I was like, eh. I don't think there's any getting out of this for me. Okay. Not great. Arkaisa is fed though. It is winnable. Arkaisa is fed. So this isn't super unwinnable. Honestly don't think I can team fight. So I'm thinking about I built Navori, dude. I built Navori. Why did I build Navori second, Chaddouk? Oh my god, dude. I can't believe you let me do that. I just autopilot bought Navori. I can't believe I did
What do you
that.
think would have been a better second
Kraken
item?
probably.
Hmm.
Kraken probably. Probably Kraken.
And I actually saw Ranger do that build yesterday. His last YouTube video, he has
Really?
this build, so good work.
Oh my god.
Okay, I will give you a clue on what you can do when you're
It
dead
just doesn't
behind.
stop. It just doesn't stop.
So you can consider what I personally call like mosquito gameplay, which is you have Hydra, you one-shot waves,
Yeah.
and enemy team cannot do
Yeah.
shit without waves.
Yeah.
So you use like the fact that you have Hydra to kind of uh like be a mosquito. So you go on the side, you bring someone, then you look to rotate, because yes, you're kind of useless in team fights if it's 4v4s or 5v5s, because everyone's stronger than you. So if you bring them, it's even numbers. Okay, I will let you focus because you're like your mission is pretty
Yeah.
obvious.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're 100% right. I need to just. But now we actually just need to push out the wave now that they have Baron.
So yeah, so the plan could be like just try to bring someone silent, and even if you just bring someone silent and you stay there, you're relatively winning, because if you have
Yeah.
less resource but you're doing the same job, you're doing more than them. Basically, your W, yeah, that was
Yeah.
really scary. Your W lit up. So,
Yeah, I should have looked at it. Should have looked at it, definitely.
yeah, this is gonna like with time, like it's gonna just become like peripheral vision, you know, like you're just gonna know when it lights up without looking at it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? At least this is a good coaching game because I didn't play very well. This just probably be better than me just like stomping my lane. We can do something. We can do something here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He pinged that. I was like, maybe he knows what he's doing. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I don't know what to do at this point. I don't think there's anything I can do actually. Like this
And
is just it's just the way it's gonna go.
there's not always something good to do. Like sometimes your best option is not a good option, you know.
Yeah. I don't have
Darius and
all.
Tendo.
I don't have Psalms.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rammus isn't going in, so this is difficult.
Okay,
Oh boy,
this is
a
really
lot of
good.
stuff to go over.
Yeah, and actually we could do something because I actually I could bet your last game you went like 15-0 and something, I think. Like you went crazy on your last game, right?
Yeah, that was a draft. That was a norm. I played that to warm up.
Okay, well I have a
But I
feeling
definitely
that
don't do this bad, I promise. I definitely don't do this bad.
No, I know. I've seen your PGG. Don't worry about that. But I have a feeling that the thing that we're gonna talk about, even if you look at that draft game that you played and you went 15-0, you do the
Yeah,
mistakes that I'm gonna talk about.
probably.
None of the mistakes are gonna be just you died here and you shouldn't die here. So yeah, I think I can give you good content.
Okay,
So you can stop sharing your screen. We start sharing my own.
that's good.
Up, up. And yeah, don't worry, we all have bad games. We all
Yeah,
do.
that was particularly unfortunate. I don't think I played that poorly in quite a while. That was particularly unfortunate. I don't think
It's fine, it's fine. Let's see. Chaddouk here. This is today. That's the game. Okay, so do you see my screen being shared?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
nice. Do you need to go to the bathroom to grab some water, to eat something, or can we go into it?
Yeah, I actually do have to go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
It'll be like 30 seconds, I promise.
Nah, don't worry, take your time.
All right.
Yo, Turkish. So we're coaching right now, so that's why I'm not reading chat, interacting, or anything. We're getting part 2 of the coaching, like the most interesting part. Yeah, that's it basically. Yosei Kunju, hello mate. Yeah, it's Emerald 2. Thank you, Etra, for answering. This case feeling the pressure. Yeah, it might be a part of it. Like, of course, it's never gonna be the same. Like, just like me when I'm streaming, I play a bit worse than off stream. It's normal that when you're getting coached that you play a bit worse because I mean you have to talk, you have to interact with someone else, someone is watching your gameplay, etc, etc. So yeah. And ls.gg, yeah, thank you so much for the sub, by the way. Thank you so much. And Kushkushed for the follow. But wasn't Kushkushed already following? Or maybe there's a name that looks like Kushkush that followed recently, I think. Oh, maybe you just chatted. Maybe Kushkush chatted, but did not follow. Well, thank you so much. Welcome in here, man. Thank you.
Okay, I'm back.
Ah oui, t'as toujours droit à l'aise. Okay, welcome back.
Hello.
So let's see. I mean, first, because I felt like at some point, like that, just like to be sure, because here, okay, so you took Revitalize.
Yeah.
We're talking about it, and then you save, and then you leave the rune. And here you have no tenacity rune. That's why I was saying,
Yeah,
you need
yeah,
tenacity,
yeah.
you need tenacity. It's not a big deal, but then you're
Yeah, you're right.
okay. It's like, yeah, if you go second Revitalize,
Yeah.
then you go Legend tenacity, basically.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure that that I went one of the tenacity runes. I waffled the runes a bit, yeah.
Okay, so let's start. I mean, I'm gonna take the events chronologically and then just kind of talk about everything. The
Okay.
session will be like every session is posted on YouTube, so you can go back on it and rewatch it because it might be a lot of information. And we'll try to give you a big toolbox because you have a specific objective also, and I want you to give you as many things as possible so you can reach your objective. And so it's gonna start with the thinking. So regarding the thinking, I really liked what you did basically regarding the matchups because you looked at bot lane matchup, mid matchup, jungle matchup, top matchup. Sometimes you don't know. You said, well, I don't know, but I think that, and this is going to be really important because if you just don't know and you don't think about it, things are going to happen and you're not going to learn. But if you don't know and then something happens, you're like, well, actually, now I can, like, maybe this matchup is actually like set favored and Darius favored because this, etc. So this is really good. Something you could just add. So I will now tell you how I would do my thinking. First, regarding the
Okay.
lanes. So Seth has Flash and Ignite, and Darius has Flash and Ghost. So whenever in
Okay.
top lane, and you've been playing a bit of top lane, and you
Yeah.
have a matchup where there is no TP, something that you can just take as information is that it snowballs really hard. Like it can snowball like super hard, because if one guy dies, well, now the other has
You
the time
lose
to
waves. Yeah.
crash the
And
wave,
all
have a
that.
good wave state, come back, etc. And then so it can be very snowbally. And yes, I do agree that Darius should like kind of win it by default. But especially into no TP set. So now we can like, because what we're looking for here is what we call win conditions. Like what can win us the game, and also what can win them the game. And we try to play for what wins us the game, and we try to prevent them from having what wins them the game. That's why
Yeah, I
we're
should have
doing the
talked about
thinking,
that too.
basically. So, for example, this could be a win condition already. Like Darius just absolutely stomping the set. Now you already know that you could maybe look to rotate top just for that reason. That's just one thing. Okay, now let's go into the jungle matchup where we have Rammus into Rek'Sai. Rammus has some pretty cool like ganking presence with his Q and E and shit. Because so yes, you can think about like the interactions 1v1 when they fight each other. But when you think about it, it's actually pretty rare that you have straight up 1v1s junglers fighting each other, unless you have an invade, you know? So it's more like what I'm looking at is the jungle pressure. Like, do we have, like, for example, if it's Karthus versus Rammus, well, you know that Karthus is not going to gank early, but Rammus can gank early. So you have more pressure from jungler, that kind of shit. So they both have like pretty good pressure. They both have a decent like level 6 spike. Now Rammus, what is he good into? What's the best opportunity?
AD auto attack based champions.
Yes, AD champions.
Just AD in general, yeah.
And now we have AD, 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 AD. So now we have another win condition is if Swain is out of the game, they have 0 AP damage into Rammus. That's also pretty big. Okay, now we look at Tryndamere. Well, Tryndamere is always a win condition. Tryndamere like getting Giga fed, stomping the side lane. Like if Darius is not winning against Sett, Tryndamere actually beats Sett later on the side lane pretty hard. Now Talon is a pain in the ass for Tryndamere though, after level 6, like every single assassin. That's why I actually like to go... sometimes I like into assassins like that, I like to go Hydra Hullbreaker. And that way, like, they can never kill you, but you have the damage to kill them. But it's very specific, and also it's easier to do when you're playing top lane, of course, because you don't have another player contesting the side lane. Anyway, so yeah, you're always in win condition, and you should like believe in yourself and trust in your 1v9 potential. So you should always see yourself as a win condition, so you don't think too much about yourself. You just try to do your best and carry the game. Then Talon, of course, Talon like perma rotating, as you said, getting a few kills, etc., jumping everywhere, etc. Talon getting fed can be a win condition for them. And then Swain Ilaoi, it's not looking good. So of course, Kaisa Karma, we really like that. They have range versus very low range, and they can like snowball. And plus, this is very easy to gank for Rammus because they have no dash on Swain, no dash on Ilaoi. So bot lane is a win condition, and now we see that almost everyone is a win condition, you know. But regarding what we said, bot looks like a better one, in my opinion, because, well, first, it's like 4 champions, like, well, it's just a bigger part of the team, you know, and yeah, it's a 2v2, and then it's Swain Ilaoi, you know, like it's just this is just looking really good. Definitely. And you were saying it. And now, so this is like for the 1v1s, but the only issue I have with your thinking is that there's nothing related to like the... You only talked about the 1v1s. You didn't talk about like the 5v5s, the scaling.
Team fighting.
Yeah. So how I like to do it by default is like I do my 1v1s, and then I think about, okay, we're at like 15 minutes. We're fighting for the second, like we're fighting for Drake at 16 or 17 minutes. Everyone has one item or 1.5 items. Like, how do we want to play it? It's not even who wins. It's like, how do we want to play it, you know? And they all have pretty short range, so we maybe want to play it slow with Karma poke, etc. And Darius stacks his passive, and then we kill them one by one. And then you as Tryndamere get the flank, something like that. It's not looking like it's not looking free win either. It's looking like Like for me, it's looking pretty like kind of even. It depends of okay, maybe if we get Ramus engaging first, we have Karma like because Swain is also like really good into short range. But if you can build for Kaisa, maybe they just win it. So you just kind of think about it, like how it should go, and then you think about like very late game. Like if we get to 6 items, like everyone has 5 items in the game, and we're at 40
Yeah.
minutes. Does one team have an advantage? And well, how does it look at 40 minutes? Let's say.
Oh, you're asking me specific. You're
Yeah.
asking me. Okay, sorry. 40 minutes. Talent falls off late, of course. I'd say I want to say we win it after like it's favored more toward us after like more later into the game.
Hmm?
Because we have Ramus. Ramus scales pretty well until later. He'll have a ton of armor, so he should be able to go in and go crazy. Darius. I think Darius is pretty good late too. I think Kaisa's good late. Their team's not horrible. I honestly don't know how Alawi Swain bot lane scales to be real, but
Hmm?
I think we could have one late if it went that far. I think we win late
Okay.
game.
Okay, interesting. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not completely sure because they also like in get some new weapons. For example, set W later. Well, kinda counters the fact that Tramus is into like lots of AD. Um, Swain is very dangerous later, but Kaisa is also very dangerous. So it's nothing
Yeah,
like too clear for me, which is a good information to have because sometimes the information is gonna be wait, we have Kog'Maw, Lulu, Karthus, etc. Ornn top like that. We have Exodia, so now you know that in your game you can just go for 0 flippy plays because by default you're
yeah,
winning it, for example. But yeah, my whole point is not that in that game um, if you did it you would have seen that whatever. It's just that over the course of 100 games you should like keep doing it and try to do it like this. So you go matchup by matchup, and then you go random 5v5 at like 15 minutes, and then you go random 5v5 at like 40 minutes, or not 5v5, and then you just go like scaling, and that should
yeah,
be good enough. And then you look at like specifics, like if there's anything specific, like for example Kaisa could go for AP because you don't have much AP damage, and then it's very easy to poke into them because they have no dashes, no dash, no dash, no dash on that guy, so she can
yeah,
just like win through W's or something like that, you know, like just
yeah.
specifics.
You're right.
Yeah, so that's something that's gonna follow you from now to your diamond journey. But even if in 4 years, if you're still playing the game, that's still an exercise that you should be doing. And the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it, and the more information you're gonna be able to get, basically.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, nothing too big for now. It's just like I like to emphasize on it because I feel like it's so important. Um,
yeah,
and now we're gonna get into the game, and as I said, now we're gonna focus on jungle tracking and how we can manage our waves. So of course in mid lane, the wave management is a bit less, like mid lane is a bit less dependent on wave management because the wave is so short
yeah,
and you can fix a bad wave way easier, especially when you have Tiamat. It's less important than top lane, which is so long. But still, it's gonna matter. But on Tryndamere, most likely, most of the time, and as we said here, we have another example where we're facing a champion that has no sustain. And you have infinite sustain, and most of the time, how you play with Tryndamere in mid lane is just you dash in on CD, and you dash in auto or multiple autos, and you just do that on CD and abuse your sustain. That's why I like to go D-Shield, because Rek'Sai could be looking to go mid a lot, and like you don't know how
yeah,
the game is gonna go, it's just more consistent. And I personally only go deep lane into matchups that I know that I can fight very consistently, like Garen, Kayle, like Sion, like very easy matchups in my opinion. Of course, I'm talking about top lane matchups. But in mid lane, I would
yeah,
almost always go D-Shield because they all have like a range advantage. And if they space
yeah.
perfectly your E, they can just poke you again and again. So that's why I like to go D-Shield
Yeah,
personally.
that's something I wanted to add. Yeah, that's something I was wondering about too. Like starting items, like what are my options? Is it just between D Shield and a D Blade at this point, or is there,
Well,
you
then
know,
you have Longsword and
it's
Refillable,
matchup dependent, but
which is the most cocky, but longsword refillable, so of course like, it gives you like very little stats compared to the blade or the shield, but it allows you to go for your, like, it's like 500 gold. You get your first item 500 gold faster, basically.
Yeah.
But I think I don't like to do it personally, because it's too, for
It's
me
too
it's too
greedy.
cheesy. Yeah, in my opinion, like your opponents are gonna do so many mistakes that you don't have to go for cheeses. Like you just have to go for, just consistent, obvious plays, and it's gonna work. Like you're gonna have so many mistakes to punish. You don't have to make, like, to create mistakes, to
Yeah.
force plays. That's my
Yeah, I
view of
think
the
that's
game.
something that I struggle with, definitely, in
Mm-hmm.
general. I
And
think that's pretty apparent in this in
yeah.
this replay.
So yeah, we're gonna see so kind of play by play. So here I really like I actually rate it, like usually this my notes on the side are used for bad plays, and here I actually wrote that that's a good trait. Just that's how you play Trin mid. You just dash it on the CD of the guy, you auto, and whenever you cannot auto anymore, you just stop autoing. I don't know, it's like
Yeah.
but that's kind of what you want to be doing. And now, so whenever you do that with Tryndamere, very often you're gonna get the level 2 advantage because you eat through the wave and you did that damage to the wave, and you auto the game
Yeah.
his wave, so his minions are focusing you, so your minions are hitting the wave when his wave is hitting you. So most often you're gonna be in that situation. And now I'm already seeing something that you should be looking for. These two minions are getting
Yeah.
pretty low. So with an E, if you put yourself here, you can get an E that executes the minions, both of them, and maybe gets you to level up your Q while you're Eing, and then you deal the E damage and you auto, and you get the auto with the AD from the Q. And
Yeah.
that's nothing too fancy. That's something that, like, you should be looking for as Tryndamere, because that's very often how you're gonna get a lead on your lane. And
Yeah, I
here,
should
for
have,
example,
for
yeah,
sure.
here you E, you actually get level 2, level up your Q, and you get an auto, and the guy is already mid HP. And then after doing that, so you do that, you E auto, and then you instant Q, because you're not gonna auto him again for a bit. And now you get the full value. So now after the trade, your HP will be actually higher, and his HP will be here, and you're already winning mid lane.
Yeah, you're right.
So I don't know if the issue is that we're in reaction, that we realize only when we get level 2 that we actually got level 2.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay, but
I was
that's
I was I was focused on, dude, I don't know how you talk so well and play so well at the same time. It's way harder than I thought it would be. Like
oh
way
yeah,
harder.
okay. Well, that's a big part of it. I mean, I've been streaming for probably 1,500 hours. So of course I
Yeah,
was not
you're
good at
you're
the beginning.
definitely
I'm
good
still
at
not the
it.
best at it. Yeah, it's practice, and if you haven't practiced it, it's normal that you don't get it. But for example, for me on that E, you just E'd, you got your
Yeah, I
auto.
shouldn't have done that.
It's fine. Okay, so yeah, you didn't have the range, etc. But my biggest issue is that Q. You should Q right now. You're
Okay.
not you're not supposed to auto him anytime soon. Okay, maybe on that minion, when he's gonna look to last hit that minion, of course he's gonna look to last hit. I mean, there he has no reason to walk back here. But then, okay, well, now you Q, then you're gonna get Fury back
Yeah.
with that minion and maybe even that one. But you need to abuse the infinite sustain from Tryndamere. That's what makes him strong, and that's what a lot of players don't realize while playing the champion, is that that's the OP part of it. It's not the crits early, it's not the ult, it's the Q. The Q is so strong. It's
Yeah.
OP. I'm just gonna say it a few times, just so you realize it. And here, like, you would have gotten like 2 Qs already, your HP would be almost full.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know what I hold Fury for longer than I should usually, because I'm thinking about like trading like constantly. I'm just thinking about like if he walks up for farm, I can go in and do some damage. That's what I think I in general hold my Fury too long early when I
Okay.
play Tryndamere.
And now it
So
was
like the
yeah. And now it was actually bad bad Q, because you're gonna get level 3 after on the next minion, and when you have level 3, the Q heals way more. It's like way more healing. So now I would agree
Yeah.
that you don't press Q instant and you wait to kill the second minion, because you get the 300-second melee of that wave, and yeah, that's the. So basically, Q usage for me in the first few like levels is the biggest mistake that you did.
Okay.
So one thing you can do to practice it, because of course it's good to say that was bad, but no, it doesn't make you better at it.
Of
Just
course. Yeah.
whenever you watch my gameplay or Ranger gameplay, try to focus on just that one ability. Try to look at, okay, when you would actually press Q and when we do actually press Q, and you just kind of compare with what you are thinking, And I think you would be surprised of how much we actually press it compared to what you would do. Here, you actually kill him, even if you get server 3, like you actually kill him.
Yeah, it was super. I really thought about it, but I was like, I don't need to. I don't want to like. I didn't know how close he was to level 3, so I kept thinking about. I got stuck thinking about doing it, and then so I just didn't do anything. Because I was like, how many minions? Because it'd be bad if I dove him and then he hit level 3 while I was under turret, and then I just like die under turret.
I see.
So
well, I mean, this is fine because it was like it's not the easiest play, but just that, yeah, you could have actually like then the better play would have been like to see, because okay, he's in kill range after this auto, and probably you just ghost instant now because the turret is gonna focus this minion, but then this minion is also getting into range, so you can ghost.
Yeah.
Just to get like on top of him. You don't auto him instant when you have the range. You just ghost and you walk kinda on him. And then if he E's once, well, you can still follow, and then you have your flash. But I mean, this is not like too important. Like, okay, you are thinking about it, you almost saw it. Sometimes it's good to kind of flip it so you can learn your limits a bit better. This is not the biggest of the deals. Now, for me, like when he gets in E range, like you should E here. You should E before. Now he's very low. You're in E range now. E auto. You're in E range now. You're in E range.
Yeah. For sure.
Now.
Yeah, definitely.
Here, definitely. You're in E auto W auto range actually.
Yep. Yeah.
And now we're ghosting.
I could have killed him there too. Yeah, that was. I don't know what I was thinking there. I think I was thinking, if I crit, he dies here. If I crit, he's dead. And then.
But it's not even good because your wave is bad.
Yeah.
Because if you actually trade kill, or if someone makes you like go out, or if Rexa is running there, but the thing is, you're trying to close distance here, and you have a gap closer which has an 8-second cooldown, but you decide to use a 210 seconds cooldown gap closer.
Yeah. My thought process was, if I ghost and I kill him in hopefully like 3 or less autos, like should be 2. I was hoping 2. I could just E out. I could E out of the out of turret. That way, so I don't have to flash.
Okay.
Because I was planning on just autoing and then Eing out to kill basically.
Okay, I see. And now, well, except okay, like we could say, well, you should space the Rek'Sai old like the most important thing is that here you wanted to fix the wave. That's why you stayed, because you wanted to kind of fix the wave, and now the wave is being fixed because he's hitting it. For me, that's the biggest part. That's why you don't need to walk up, or like here you can just base. Rek'Sai saved the day for you. Let's look at it again. It's like when you're laner, like your whole focus should be on the lane, and here the wave is bad, right? It's pushing. Like if you leave the wave here, it's just pushing into him.
Yeah.
So you're losing this wave if you just leave. That's why you should be. I don't know if your focus was only on the kill. Well, if it was, now that's what we should learn, is that it's focus on the waves first. Now the wave is still bad, but now that he's hitting it, boom. 340.
What's the game time right now? 340. Yeah, I should have thought about a Rek'Sai gank. Definitely, I should have been thinking about that.
Yeah, also, but now, yeah. So now this is good. Now the wave is being pushed back into you, and we're very happy, and we can just walk back. But also, just if you think about all the Qs that we didn't hit, your HP would be actually here right now. So you actually like never die to Rek'Sai's Flash. So that's why for me, like, you didn't die because you didn't space the Rek'Sai Flash. Yes, kind of. We could look at the very last play, but you are in kill range because of the two turret shots that you took, because you used Ghost instead of E, because of the Qs that you didn't press, because basically you're not abusing what makes Tryndamere really strong. Slash broken.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we come back and we will need to have a plan or find a plan. And now, what's the state of the wave?
The wave is it's pushing right now into him.
Okay. Do we
have more minions?
So do we like that or do we not like that?
Yeah, I think we do, because I think at this point I still have kill pressure on him. It's still doable because he's not 6 yet. So I wanted to try and keep my wave, like the wave on my side of the lane.
So we don't like it because you want the wave on your side of the lane, but it's pushing into him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that it's pushing into him, but you're also telling me that you can kill him, so you want your wave to stay here. But it's not staying here.
Yeah.
So
like
you're not happy.
Push.
Yeah. So we're not happy, right? You see what I mean?
Yeah, I
it's
guess
like
not.
Because what's happening right now, for example, can you roam top or bot?
No.
No,
maybe
because
top, maybe top. Probably not though.
You cannot roam anywhere because by default, if you leave that wave, your minions are killing more of his minions. Like if you both leave, you're losing by default. The wave is pushing into him, and now you have no flash and no ghost, and you have a wave that's pushing into him, which means that at some point the wave will be around here, and you can get ganked by Rek'Sai again, and Rammus cannot gank Talon. This is not a good state. The wave pushing into him is a good state only if you're sure that you can crash it. Otherwise, it means that you're stuck here. You have chains here on your mid wave. You have to stay here and to fix it, because by default, these minions are dying and you're not there to get the golden experience. But Talon here, he can move, he can rotate for a bit until your wave is actually crashing under his turret, because now he's going to be losing golden experience to his turret killing them.
True.
That should tick. That should be like a kind of a thought process. Like, okay, and why is it actually pushing into him? It's because, well, the wave got pushed into you. Now it's pushing into him, and we don't like that. And now our plan should be to fix that wave. I think that's a big thing. Your focus should be first on waves instead of kill potential. Because the higher you're gonna go, the kills are not even gonna happen. Like the players know when you can kill them, and then they're just not gonna kill them, you know? And that's how you create an advantage. Like, you cannot always kill someone. You cannot kill a good player because he's just not gonna stay in kill range. Like, you cannot just force kills to happen, you know? So this is consistent. This is what you should be playing for. And now you have different options to do that. So you have this wave, which was a cannon wave. Now this wave that's coming right now here, it's a normal wave. So what will be the next one?
Normal wave. Then what'd you say? Sorry.
So this one is cannon, and after the cannon, a normal wave came. So after the normal wave, what comes?
Is it a cannon wave? I thought it's 2 normal waves and then a cannon wave.
Yeah. So it was cannon, then normal. So the next one is gonna be normal, and the following is gonna be cannon.
Okay.
So now you can like, this is the information that's useful. Of course, knowing your trade patterns and that you can maybe look to kill the Talon, etc. Of course, it can be useful. But for me, it's secondary. The first thing is, okay, do I want to crash on that wave? Do I want to look to crash on that wave? Or do I want to look to crash on the next one? And as I said, in mid lane, you could also just default to dash on him on CD and still abuse Tryndamere because it's the champion does in mid lane. But this could be very risky, actually, because what if Rek'Sai just comes again with the same portal, you know?
Yeah, and kills me, yeah.
Yeah. So now I will tell you what my issue is. So for me, like a really good play would be looking to crash that next wave that's coming, like this one, because you know that after this one, the following one will be a cannon wave, so it means that you have a lot of time to do something.
Yeah.
Or another play, if you don't crash this one, something will happen. So that's what you're doing now. You're looking to crash the following one. I really like that you press Q here. Something will happen, and it's really important, and that's another subject that we're missing already twice in 5 minutes and 30. It's the level spikes.
Right.
Because the wave is pushing to him, more of your minions are alive, and you're killing more of his minions, or you're killing them earlier. So it means that you're ahead in experience. So if we're crashing on the next one, it means that while you're gonna hit that next wave, you're gonna get level 6. Now maybe we can make something happen if we go for trades. And I feel like we go for trades and we end up in that potential position. Oh, by the way, I put at 5. Let's see. I put something. So for me here, you are not dashing on him on CD because you are concerned about Rek'Sai. So I was like, okay, I understand that he has no flash, no ghost, and that because of that, when Talon gets in range, because you know like he's gonna want that cannon maybe, or whenever he gets in range, like right here for example, you're not dashing because you're concerned about Rek'Sai. But it appears that you're not concerned about Rek'Sai because 5 seconds later, you dash in. And now I don't understand. So it's either, for me, so it's something that Ranger likes to call like playing aggressive or not playing aggressive. For him, this concept does not exist. It's just how you play based on lack of information. Some players, when they lack of information on the jungler, they will consider that the jungler is here. And that way, they're never in danger. Because, yeah, they're just playing for the worst case scenario. And some other players, when they don't know where the jungler is, they will consider that he's not here, basically. And that's what some people call aggressive or not aggressive. He just calls it on how to play based on lack of information. But then if you see that Rek'Sai is here, for example, on the map he's bot, then if you're not dashing in, it doesn't mean that you're not aggressive. It means that you're just playing wrong. You're just not going for the right play. So I'm actually fine with you dashing it here and keep abusing the fact that he has no sustain, etc., and building an HP div to maybe get level 6 and dive on or whatever. But then if you started doing it 15 seconds earlier, well, you would have gotten 2 more dashes basically. So now it just doesn't really make sense to me, because now I don't understand. Like, if we're not, so why are we not dashing on him right now? So yeah, you get the idea. It's fine if you don't dash in on him because you're concerned about Rek'Sai. But if you're not concerned about Rek'Sai, you don't wait 15 seconds before dashing in. You dash in on CD when he's in range. And also, like, you just W instant. You can even W before your dash in to debuff the AD, and not even for the slow. So this way, like, his trade is gonna be very weak on you. It's like 20 less AD. It's like 700 gold. It's like 2 long swords, and you just debuff 700 gold with your W. So yeah, that's the issue that I have. Like, you need to commit to something. It's either dashing on CD, or when you have the sustain advantage like that, or you just are concerned that the jungler is here, and then it's fine, and then you just don't dash. Okay, and now we get this wave, and now we're hovering top, and this is terrible. This is terrible because you cannot move. Like, even so now what I'm very concerned about is that if you saw a good opportunity here and they were like both 1 HP, you would have went. Yes or no? Well, this is
if they're both 1 HP, would I have gone? Yeah, probably.
Well, I wouldn't. Because first of all, by the, like, you don't know if they have words or vision. Like, it's not because, like, you know that they don't have a pink word, but they might have words. And by the time you're walking there, they can just walk back, you know? And by default, you're losing. By moving right now, you're forcing yourself to win the play. Because now, Talon has a potential freeze. And you're just gonna lose that wave. Because now, these minions... So you recognize a freeze, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, because of that, for me, you cannot move here. Because then Talon just, yeah, denies you this wave and gets the wave, and now it creates like 150 or 200 gold differential, and now you're forcing yourself to make something happen.
Yeah, I think I was just looking to see if something was going to happen. That's all. I don't think it was my plan to move up there. I was just seeing if something were to pop off, I would be on the way. I was trying to position myself close to the wave and maybe like walk up a little bit just to see if something was happening because I saw Rek'Sai in the try, so I was like maybe there's something
Okay.
we can do if I come top because I know Darius is about to get ganked.
Okay. Well, I mean, so I would personally never go for it, and I explain why. Like, especially in solo queue, you need to
Yeah.
create a differential. You need to invest on yourself. You need to get as much gold as possible. You need to stomp your opponent, and by doing this, like Talon is gonna get like an XP advantage and a gold advantage. And, like even if you kill top, like you don't want to put Darius ahead or not too far behind, and you're not gonna
Yeah.
get, even if you get the kill, Talon still gets more because he gets more XP than you, because the wave state is bad.
Yeah.
And now we get that wave where actually you can play for the level 6 advantage, and you hard push that wave and you have info on the jungler, and here a good play would be to hard push that wave, you instant clear that wave, you dash in it, etc. You get level 6 and you pressure a dive. Or you just reset and now Talon is fucked because he has to crash the wave again, etc. But here we kinda like, and now you're looking at mid, you're looking at bot, etc. But I don't think that's the play right now. Like, this guy is very low. Your play is like to look to kill him. And now after all that happened, we had to push for so long. Well, Talon gets level 6 at the same time as us.
Yeah.
And this
I
is...
didn't have spin up either.
And now let's press pause here. What are our options? What could be good plays? What could we do here?
Good plays
Because it's looking good,
for
right?
the lane or
I mean, good plays are
on the
always
map.
gonna be for just good plays. The best thing to do with your champion. It's the same like on the map for the waves, because again, like you don't want to play on the map if you don't have a good wave. It's all connected. It's not like two different things. It's one game that we're playing. So just the good play, the good thing to do, or a good thing.
I don't think there's anything doable bottom because they're about to get ganked. I think the best play would have been to try to kill Talon because the wave was pushing into me at this point. The wave's pushing into me. So I think I try and hold the wave at my turret. That way I can go in on Talon once my cooldowns are back up. But I think I griefed that one a little bit because I think my goal was to hold the. I think the best play would have been to hold the minions at my turret and wait for my cooldowns to come back up and then go in on Talon because he is really low, mana and HP wise.
Okay. Okay, well, I will tell you what I think. So yes, so basically a good play will always gonna be regarding waves, even later, even getting Nash. Like if you watch competitive, like if they want to play for a Nash, they play for mid wave first. They get mid prio and probably top prio. If they want to play for vision, they get prio on these. On like it's like the waves are way more important than what I think that you've experienced to that point. So for example, like you can use these at your advantage by just holding the wave. Like you cannot just let it push, because now we see that our wave is here, the next one. So by the time this wave goes here, this wave could be under turret. So we just want to hold it a bit. You just kind of dance. You dance here. You don't move. You hold it a bit, and then you let it crash on your next wave. This way, by default, it's like your next wave, your next blue wave that's coming here is going to be denied to Talon. And Talon has to base. Like, if he walks up, yes, you kill him. But most likely he's not going to walk up. Now, the issue with doing that is, yes, you will have an XP advantage, but now Talon will come back with full HP and full mana and an item advantage because you wouldn't base. So another thing that you can do is just hold the wave for a bit, maybe just kill that cannon, so you get the gold from it, and you keep these 3 minions alive, and then you go in that bush and you base, and you buy boots, and now you come back and you have an XP advantage and an item. If it's not advantage, like you're even in items, but you have the wave in a good state. Another play would be to hard push that wave, like you hard push it because you know that Talon has no TP and he's basing and he wants to base and come back, and you're looking to push that wave and crush the next one, and then you base, and this way, so you get that wave, you get that next one, the red that's coming, then you base. So when Talon comes back on the wave, he has to clear your blue wave that will be crashing into his turret. And when you come back, you now have an item advantage because you cleared one more wave than him. But in every case, it's still connected to the waves. It's just that you just let the wave in a good state before you leave it. You're not leaving your mid lane if it's not in a good state. And here it could be in a good state by either crushing it or by either holding it and making it like push to you with the next red wave that's coming. And for me, before like 12, 13 minutes into the game, this is mid lane, this is top lane, this is bot lane. It's always, what's the state of my wave? Can I fix it? Yes or no? And like if it's bad or if it's good, okay, what do I do with that time? Because now it's good, Talon is fucked. So now you get extra time. What do? You could even hold the wave and go bot because you're saying like there is no play to be made. I mean, I think there is a play to be made because now you have Rammus bot and these guys have no dashes and they're super far up on the lane. So maybe you can just hold that wave and walk towards bot and you just let the minions follow you a bit and then you just rotate bot. But then you know that you have to go back to mid after and you cannot base because it's going to end up crashing, you know? But it's always connected to your wave. That's why like I didn't like that play where you were hovering top. It's because by default, you had the wave that Talon has right now. Like you had a wave that's pushing into him and denying you golden experience. Does it make sense?
Yep, 100%. You're right.
Okay, and yeah, I feel the focus is a bit too much on killing your opponent. And again, yeah, you get like this is really good. You can base here.
I took too many turret shots. Yeah.
And now we could decide to actually like push, but now because you took 2 turret shots. By the way, it's on your first 2 death, it's actually because you take turret shots because you're like, you want to kill the guy too much. And then it's just like Rek'Sai specific, like Rek'Sai has a big burst basically. So you
dude, I don't know if it's her W or her E or whatever. I definitely did not expect to die that quickly.
But that's why this doesn't matter to me. For me, that's not the mistake. The mistake is that we're not having a clear plan for the wave and not putting our focus on it. So when we come back, boom, and it's gonna be the same, you know. So now waves are even, so you can decide by default because you're playing mid-train. You can still, I think you can still like dash in on CD. Because like here, for example, you're full HP and full fury, so you're virtually more than full HP. You know, like if you press Q, you have this amount of HP. So you can actually trade, you do a symmetry, you can actually trade this amount of HP, for example. Even more, because then you just press multiple Qs. But yeah, like for example, here I ask you about the plan and you say that maybe Rammus can come, etc. Well then, okay, but what if he doesn't come? Then you just don't have a plan? You see what I mean? Like, I don't think your plan.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, of course, having and by saying Rammus could come, your plan is actually to have the wave in a good state, which you're doing right now, and which is really good. And our enemy team is coming, like the support is coming, and is looking to fix the wave state. And that's what I think that this play could actually be decent, you know? This is pretty ballsy by you, by the way.
Yeah, no, I agreed. I turbo agreed for that caster minion. Definitely.
But this is fine. And now again, and still it's winning. You see, after all that what happened, you just out-sustain the Talon. Because now you're even in HP, but he has way less mana and now he cannot play for long. And actually, so I don't think you actually need to wait for Darius and Rammus to come. I think you can look to.
Yeah.
Or at least
looking back on it, I think I could have too.
Or at least like instead of, so if you're gonna auto that minion, instead of positioning here and having this auto radius, you could be positioning here and having this auto radius, so you're all already like, you know, like closer to him, to the fight. But yeah, like for me, I wouldn't personally wait for them because by the time they come, he could have just walked back, you know. Or went safe. But see, like he died to fix his wave state, which I can understand. Of course, it was an overstepping. I mean, the issue is his mana management.
Definitely.
And now, so there's a cannon wave, and you can actually look to crash it, but you could actually like reset here. You could actually just base, because now the issue, again, waves, it's a cannon wave, so it's gonna take you a long time to clear it, right?
Right.
And so you're gonna take a long time to clear it, and by the time you clear it, Talon is gonna come back, and Talon doesn't take a long time to come back to his wave. And
Yeah,
Talon is
I
gonna
should have
have,
left as soon as I saw Rek'Sai. I should have just
yeah,
been. I'm out.
exactly,
I should have just backed.
exactly. And even if Rek'Sai wasn't here, I would probably not look to crash that cannon wave, because as I said, now when Talon comes back, the wave that he has to crash to have a good wave state is a normal wave, which takes him like half a second. Now he can just W in the
Oh yeah.
casters and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why we're most of the time just happy to back on a cannon wave. Here you could still base actually. But now you're kind of off tempo, because yes, you killed Talon and shit, but now look at that. You have 800 gold that you haven't spent. So you're not on a
Right.
strong timer. And that's just because, again, the waves and the back timers. But you said it before the coaching even started. And you were
Yeah,
right.
it's definitely one of my weaker. Yeah, it's definitely one of my weakest. One of my weakest issues.
So still, I think, yeah, I think the biggest mistake is just like Eing here, because now like you're helping him create distance. Now he knows that he can just get this wave.
Yeah. I really thought he would just run toward turret, which is definitely a miss. And then I think I auto a cannon minion, or not a cannon minion. I think I auto a minion there. Do I? I think I auto a minion. Like I flash auto a minion there too.
But now look at his HP. Now just imagine if you took your base and spent your gold before. You would take the double kill.
I kill him there. I would have killed him definitely. I needed a little bit more AD to kill him.
So that's why, again, like for me, that's not the mistake. Like for me, your 3 death, like the mistake is never like actually your death. It's just how you spend your time.
Everything that led up
you
to
it.
Yeah.
Here I really like it. So now we're seeing that Darius is pushing that mid wave, and so we go top. And here there's a play that I would be considering, is that right now you don't have to defend that wave too much, your top wave, or to push their top wave, because so everything has a cost in life, in game. Everything has a cost, even if it's a good thing, And here, for example, Seth got the turret, and the cost of getting that turret is that now he cannot just push one wave and threaten that you as a team lose golden experience to this turret killing them, So now actually it gives you more time, because now Seth, to deny you golden experience, he needs to push all the way here. And by the time he does that, and now you see that Darius is going bot, you can actually run between mid and top. You can cover 2 waves here, because they took that turret.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a bit too advanced or if it just like sounds right.
I don't think I ever would have done that. Yeah, if you didn't point it out, that never would have crossed my mind.
Okay, because here, let's look at what you're doing instead of, my call would be like, just go mid and depush that wave that Talon is pushing, because Darius is bot, so no one is gonna hold that wave. And by that time, Seth is not denying you golden experience, because, yeah, this turret is gone. And now we're just kind of twerking, We're just kind of twerking top.
Yeah.
So okay. and now you get that wave, but you don't need to take it, because it would meet with that wave.
Yeah, the minions.
Here.
It wouldn't have hit turret. It wouldn't have hit the turret.
Exactly. So you have
so
the time to go here.
I should have gone mid. I should have gone mid, taken that wave, and then came back top and got the top wave as well.
So either go back top if Darius goes back mid, or if Darius wants to base, well, you let Darius base and go back top, and he has a good wave, and you just stay mid. Just make the rotation and make sure that like you're getting as many like waves as possible, basically, as a team. Yeah, that's my like only quote unquote issue on that play. Now I don't like that. Okay. I mean, you saw your whole team is bot. They have information on your team being bot. You know that they're on Herald. There are pings. You see set, etc. You don't have mid prio, but still you look to push that wave. I feel like it's
a little greedy, definitely.
It's a little greedy.
A little bit greedy, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I die for this? Oh, I don't. This really misses every skill. Yeah, I don't die. I get lucky and I don't die there.
Yeah, mostly because they didn't collapse as Set and Rek'Sai. If Set and Rek'Sai collapse on you, you're just dead. And now, So you want to play for Drake, and now there's something. So now we're getting into mid to late game. So for early game, it was basically mostly just having a focus a bit too much oriented on the champions interactions and not your waves interactions.
Yeah.
That's mostly it. And then also we could say not playing for the level spikes. Like you didn't play for that level 2 power spike and that level 6 power spike. So if you don't do it twice in 6 minutes, I'm guessing over the course of many games, like you don't do it all the time. You do it sometimes for sure.
Especially not mid lane. Probably not. Probably not nearly as much mid lane. When I get top, because sometimes I'll get top. So when I get top, I'll definitely I think about the minion wave a lot more. But I definitely don't think about it nearly as much when I play mid, for sure.
Okay, and now we're gonna go into mid to late game, and mid to late game is gonna be, so for me, early game, regardless of the champion you're playing, the lane you're playing, etc., except jungle, of course. It's actually jungle is the same. It's like all about wave states, and even jungle, like as a jungler, you wanna do your bad things and your invades and shit according to the wave states. And now we're gonna get into the category of just objectives and how to play for the objectives. And I feel like there's that could be done better as well. So early game could be done better and mid to late game could be done better, which is really good. You just fix them and you'll get your diamond elo for sure. You're not lacking too much actually, but you're lacking.
Okay.
So for example, we want to play Drake. So basically, like, okay, how do you help your team get Drake? Like, if I ask you right now, let's not think about what you actually did in that game. Let's just look at that situation. We're at 12 minutes and 7 seconds. That's the state of your allies, etc. Talon's dead. Okay. How do you help your team? How does TRYNDAMERE here helps his team get Drake?
I would say, dude, I think, even if I look at it, I don't think they fight us at Drake anyway. I don't think they were ever gonna contest this Drake. I think we should have just done it. I think we should. I'm pretty sure we just do the Drake and that's it. And it's done. Because I feel like they don't fight us here. If we just go do the Drake, I don't think they contest it. Because it didn't look like they even were. If we watch, I think I say too, we should just do the Drake before I go in and die. I think I say, yeah, we should have just done the Drake. We should just do the Drake.
Okay, well, yeah, that's it. I mean, the general idea would be, of course, mid prio, because, like, for me, your damage on the Drake is nothing compared to Kai'Sa's damage on the Drake, for example. But something that you have is Tiamat. So what you can do is take mid prio, because again, like, for objectives, mid prio is so important. It gives you vision on your opponents. It also like kind of forces someone in their team to be there on the turret to clear the waves, or else, well, you got 150 gold on the wave and you deny them 150 gold on the wave, so you just get the kill by just getting mid prio, just get the kill value, and two of them are dead anyway, and you have Kai'Sa, which is like the best Drake taker in the game, one of the best, with Brent and some other champions, and yes. So here, because the wave is so far, you can skip mid prio and just spam ping the Drake and start doing it, you know. But instead you did this.
You're right.
But okay, this is gonna be for this Drake. Now I want to give you like kind of general rules, general principle. Well, one good general rule and principle is, actually, I like to try hard ARAMs, and there's something that keeps happening in ARAMs when I play with my friend, is that they have full HP, and the opponent has 20% HP, and they hit a snowball and they press it, and they trade a full HP bar for a very low HP bar. This guy is out already. This guy is out. Like the goal is not, like, the goal is to play the Drake, it's not to kill that guy. So your full HP bar is way more useful here than on that guy that's already out and not playing, basically.
I tunneled super hard on this guy, and I don't even know why. He gave me 200 gold too. I tunneled super hard on a guy that didn't even really give me any gold.
So now, because of that, we lost the Drake. And now, so general principle, so I talked about it during the game, so I'm not going to spend too much time. Oh, here, by the way, what I did is I actually looked at your PGG because I'm like, this guy wants to, like, it just felt how you are thinking that for you to play for an objective, you need to be there. And then I was like, I'm sure his CS are pretty low because of that, because you're looking to be there too often. And then I look at your PGG and I see that you have an average of 7 point something CS per minute on TRYNDAMERE, which is low. Like, I actually have a low one for high elo TRYNDAMERE player because of my weird like playstyle when I go grasp and shit, and it's at 8.3 or something. Ranger and shit, they are 9.1 average. You're at 7 point something.
So it should be higher.
Oh yeah, and it should be higher, not because you click better on minions. That's not what gets you more CS, because you are here for the wave or the waves. Right. And yeah, that's like, for example, for me, on that last play, I would have focused on mid prio. For, you know, when you were top, I would have went top, mid, top, so I just get a whole wave extra. I just get 6 more CS, and just this over and over again. Even here, like, you are moving to that bot wave, but then you see something maybe happening, and you're like, okay, you're already clicking there. I would be actually like looking there maybe, but still clicking bot, because it's more likely that you just need to go for that consistent play, you know? Because by default, same, like by moving, if you let Talon here, he gets 2 platings and crashes a wave. So Talon got a wave, cannon wave, 200 gold, plus 2 platings, 500 gold. And you get denied a cannon wave, 200 gold.
True.
That's 700 gold diff. So if you move, it's because you know you're getting 2 kills. If you're not getting 2 kills, you're not winning the trade. So yeah, like, they matter a whole lot, those waves. And now, so what I said, general principle, when we have no objectives on the map to play for, we should play for our spikes and get as strong as possible for the next objective. So here I want to see you play for Hydra. That's why, like, I told you about it and I asked you the question. And now, yes, even if you had Hydra here, because it's 950, you could have it, etc. Now it's about the waves again, because boom, cannon wave. Next wave is normal wave. So even if you have the gold, I would stay for one more wave. So I back on the cannon wave, basically. Which is, I think, what you end up doing. But you see, like, it's still the same general idea. Like, now we're playing for spikes, and you make sure, like, to always have the wave in a good state, in a good position. So here, it's just, for me, like, the only issue is that you're not realizing that what makes you strong with Hydra is that, well, now if you auto and you just kite him back or even towards the wave, but yeah, you want to play fight slow, I would actually press Q here and recharge my Fury on the wave, etc. Because that's how you play it. Like, you don't play Hydra for all-ins, otherwise, like, you would have gotten Gale Force or something. So here I'm calling hit the wave, hit the wave, hit the wave. Start healing with the cleave, and then of course you press ult plus the hits on the wave. Like, yeah, you just win it here.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah. No, you're right. You're definitely right. I should have been hitting the wave. I was just trying to figure out where he was going. I was trying to stop his path. That's all my brain was focused on, was where's he gonna go while he's in ult.
I see, but how I would be playing actually personally, I would auto E out, for example, like auto E out, because I know that on next wave, by just autoing the wave, I get back to full HP because of the cleave healing. And yeah, I shouldn't have I would play it slow. But
I should use my sustain as an advantage instead, since I built Cleaver.
Yep. But again, not the biggest of deals, because this, I'm sure that off stream it's off coaching, it just goes better, this kind of interactions, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here I think so. I don't understand that we're playing for Drake, and now for some reason your focus has switched completely to the turret, and you want that turret so much. I don't know what it is about this turret that makes you want her so much.
I'm just really greedy. Just really wanted the gold.
Because now we have this, so it means that the Drake is gonna spawn in less than a minute. So I'm not sure about the exact timing. but Aramis is gonna be there, Karma is gonna be there, but right now your team is not on the map. You
Right.
had information on Rek'Sai. You actually went forward to get information on Rek'Sai, which you get. And also, this is
Yeah.
Talon specific. Just Talon comes back really fast on the map. So because
Yeah.
it just
Yeah. He just jumps
those
over every single wall.
yes. So now against Talon, I wouldn't be even looking to to get that turret. And my
Yeah, that
goal
was quite
is,
silly.
and that's what we were playing even before when I told you your goal is to get a spike for the next objective. And now you got your spike. And even like that gold from the turret doesn't give you anything, doesn't give you a spike. And you played for the spike already. Now that's what we're playing for. And to play for that, well, we need to stay alive, basically. At least.
Okay.
So yeah, no wonder they're bots on a Drake timer. Now it's spawning in 10, so it was actually spawning in 20 when you died. Well, no wonder their whole team is going bot lane and would be very happy to kill someone that's pushing this T1 when the next objective is a Drake.
It was a free kill. It was free, yeah.
Yep.
They didn't have anything else they could really do.
Okay, now Drake appears to be still up, and at that point, we are already we could already be in the Mosquito gameplay. Like you don't have Kraken, you're not that strong in team fights actually.
Yeah.
With just Hydra, like it's not the best team fight items. Your team is ahead, 21-20 you're 26. Like your team has got more than enemy team. So now if you actually just bring someone on side lane, you're winning because they're all more important than you basically.
Right.
It's not a flame, it's just like the state of the game right now.
Of
So
course.
if you do as much as them being behind, you're doing more than them relatively. Basically that's it. So to like for me, so and that's when we were talking about what's the best that you can do right now. And for me the best that you can do is get vision on that Drake and then keep pressure bot. And then potentially if you want to fight as TRYNDAMERE, then look for a flank, because that's how TRYNDAMERE is strong in fights. So get that bot wave. But you see, and now you're not applying pressure, so Seth was able to actually push and move. If you stayed there for the bot wave, or at least you would have finally gotten your turret for that Drake. But it's kind of normal that you don't get that Drake because Kai'Sa was dead and was coming back, and you were actually surprised that they didn't take it. So now the next objective is gonna be on the top side of the map, and at that point, you should ask yourself, like, who would rather be there with my team? Is it Darius or is it me? And most likely it's Darius at that point. So for me, like, yeah, you should be pushing, and you're gonna see my face when you consider moving. Actually, we're not gonna see my face when I press pause. But here again, like, if you move, well, your minion wave is gonna deny you the whole next wave. Like, and again, like you're leaving to a wave that's not working. You see, and like nah, and now I'm happy again because it's okay to be late. So something I actually learned. I was playing rugby when I was younger, and something that they taught us is that being late is being on time. So it not always works. It doesn't work like with your work basically. But in sports, often being late is being on time, because if you're late, it means that by the time you come, you have momentum, you come with speed, and you come when everyone would have spent everything. So it's okay to be late, especially on TRYNDAMERE, because if you're TRYNDAMERE and there is a fight here and you get in the fight here, it's bad. It's very hard because you get kited so easily. But if there is a fight here and you come this way, now this is looking good, basically. So that's why it's really good to push in for so many reasons. And now it's because you push that you actually bring Seth bot lane, which is really bad for them, because here, like for me, they should just play on Nash basically. And now, so now we come to the mechanical mistake, because it's like this game has been like, I don't know, like a fundamentals mistake into a little mechanical mistake. But the mechanical mistake is not a big deal. It's here, like, if you want to survive that guy, you need to E this way. Because the map is a square, basically. Because if you E this way, it means that if you look at minimap, you're going to be there. And at some point, you're going to need to do a diagonal. And so they can just cut your way, because the map is a square, basically.
You're right.
So you need to
I should have E'd it downwards,
downwards, exactly. Because now he can just chase you forever.
That's
And
that's like yeah, I think that's one of my biggest issues is knowing when to push, because it always feels so bad like when you're pushing and then like your team dies in a team fight and you're like, oh, maybe like if I went up, like could I have changed the outcome of that fight if I just was there?
hmm,
uh like what am I gaining versus what are we losing by like 4 of my teammates dying? Maybe I'll get a
okay.
turret.
Okay, so there's something you should keep in mind with Tryndamere's champion's identity, is that you're a melee AD carry, and AD carry's
Yeah.
items are very expensive, and your items are so expensive. So the thing is, you don't wanna, like, you want to be there for fights and to try to impact them, but you need a ton of gold to do that. And to have a ton of gold, you need to be very selfish until you can be selfless. Like, you need to, like, this is how you get fed, actually. You don't get fed by being there in skirmish while you're weak as Tryndamere because you don't have item yet. You need to play for your spikes and for your items, and for 10 CS per minute, like 200
Right.
CS here, and then with 2 items, with Hydra Kraken, now you can look to fight an impact. But otherwise, like, if you're behind as Tryndamere, or even if you're even with the rest of the game, you're not gonna have that much of an impact. You're a very gold hungry champion. You need a
Yeah.
lot of resources, and that's why actually it's something that I didn't talk about, is that for that first Drake actually that you wanted to play for, the one where you die on Ilawi, I think that actually
Yeah.
your better play is just to push this stop.
Really?
Just to push this, because here, what are you threatening? You're threatening to take 4 platings, so like 700 gold plus the local gold plus the wave, so 800 plus the wave denied, so 1000 gold diff, plus potentially if they all play for that Drake. And by the way, that Drake is not even that important. I don't know why you want to play for every single Drake. It's not needed.
Yeah, that's fair.
And now you're threatening 1000 gold, plus potentially if they go as 5 for this Drake, this camp and this camp, or maybe even start hitting the T2, which would bring you to close to this, you know? And that's
Yeah.
where, once you did this as Tryndamere, now you can fight. Because now you have stats. Like, you're a stat checker champion. And you need stats, but you get stats with gold. And to get gold, like,
Okay.
because here you're going on mid wave that's already gone. So now there's nothing to farm. And even if you get that Drake, like, you're not getting resources, you're not getting gold. But that's not your mission as Tryndamere. Your mission is to be a monster on side lane, or even in team fights if you want, but you need to be a monster. And actually, like, even for team fights, like, if you want to team fight, you need to push first. You need to make sure that you bring someone first on side lane, and then you rotate, even if you're ahead. Like, why create a 5v5 situation if you can create a 5v4?
Right. So you're saying
That's
I should play a little more selfish. I should be a little more
way
selfish.
more selfish. Tryndamere is a very selfish champion. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, you're like, you need so much gold to function, like, so much gold. You're not playing Blitz, you're not playing Nautilus, like, you cannot function
Right.
on low resource. You need a lot of resource, and being selfish means being selfless, actually, because you're gonna do more for your team by being selfish and being ahead in the game, even if it means like losing a Drake at some point, losing a turret at some point, your mid dying to your to your top roaming at some point, or your top roaming dying to your mid roaming at some point. At the end, like your team is gonna be happy when you kill the Nexus, basically. So
Yeah.
it's selfish in some way. It's just like just playing your champion based to its identity, which is, I need gold.
Gold. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
Tryndamere. He's screaming, I need gold, I need money, give me money, please.
Yeah.
And then you can play. And then the fights are gonna be very easy. So I think so. Yeah, even in game where you're ahead and shit, like, you just, even if you win 5v5, it's like you just push first, and then they're gonna be forced to match you, and then you rotate, and then you have a 5v4. Like, it just straight up better and easier. And by that time you get more gold, more resources, more time, easier fights, either everything. Like, even if you play mid,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that because you're mid you're not a split pusher anymore. Like, it's part of the champion. Then of course, if you can dive and shit, you just dive and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I mean it's gonna be. Let's see, did I write something that I didn't talk about? So that play is actually good for us because they're playing on the opposite side of the Nash and they don't have a wave to take your T2. So they just like
Yeah.
waste a flash and an ignite, I think, for your life, which like this is so bad for them.
Yeah, I probably should have pinged Baron or something too to let my team know.
Oh, they couldn't though because your team like I think fought before or died before like yeah they were not on the map when you died.
Oh, okay.
But not a big deal. And now we're looking to push bot, which I like, but I think it took us a long time before we decided to push bot. Because I think by the time you're bot here, you could actually be pressuring T2. Yeah, so here again, we're just hovering for a potential fight. But it's not even good. Look at Darius. Like you're waiting for something to happen, but you actually like you need to be the one making the things happen. And here, if you're actually running straight to bot, well, by that time you'll be here, and in 20 seconds the wave will be crashing into T2, and now you can rotate and you will be there at the same time as Darius, and then you have a 5v4 potential because someone matches you. And if no one matches you, well, guess what? Free T2, 600 gold, you get closer to Navori if you want to build Navori or Kraken or whatever.
Yeah, increase the build a little bit.
But yeah, for me the issue is that there is a Nash and you're like, to help on the Nash, I need to be there.
Yeah.
Well, not really. You need to create pressure somewhere. It could be there if your team is giga winning and shit. But yeah, Tryndamere. Yeah, that's not how it functions. And now I wouldn't be too happy to go bot. Now I wouldn't go bot just because Karma died, and now if I go bot, my team is 3 versus 5 potentially to get like to defend the Nash. So I would be happy to go bot until Karma dies, and then I would be back to defend that mid wave.
Okay.
Because now we're late on Drake. So
yeah,
you probably
should have
don't
rotated
get Nash.
Immediately to mid. I should have rotated immediately to mid as soon as Karma died because that was the indication they were going to go to Baron.
Mm-hmm.
So I should have immediately rotated and cleared the wave.
Exactly, which you cannot do. Like you do it a bit late, but now you do it and you clear that mid wave. And I really like, but you see it happen like 7 times. That for me the best play is just to clear that wave. Potentially, if something really insane happens, maybe we move. But you cannot take your decision before it even happens. Like you were already moving there, just like when the wave was here, just like on bot before, after you clear that bot wave, you just start moving first. But nah, it's better to just commit to the like what's more likely to be good, rather than what could happen maybe eventually if this guy does this and this guy base. Like here you are just expecting them on basing at different timers and not synchronizing their bases, so only 2 stay, and then you can maybe fight. Like it's so specific, like when you can just clear that mid wave and make sure they don't push with Baron buff mid, basically. And here again, so we're playing for power spikes. I think you should base right now. It's 180 if you sell this shield. You have 1500. So you just have to wait. Right now, if you base, you have to wait 30 gold. But during your base, you get 10 gold. And so you have to wait 20 gold. And then you come back on the map. With Ghost, you would have Ghost, Flash, 2 items. And you will be there on time with Darius for that Drake. And instead, you're risking completely messing your tempo just so you can not sell the shield, which doesn't do shit at 24 minutes. Here you actually have the gold. It's okay to wait for 20 gold. It's way better than having to stay for a whole wave that puts you, even if you don't get killed here, it kind of puts you off tempo, I think. Because now you would be like not synchronized with the rest of your team to come back on the map. So just, we're playing for power spike. We got our power spike. We just press B. You drop a ward here. You can drop a ward here, also go red trinket if you want, whatever. But then also really good indicators. A base timer is like 8 seconds, or I am not even sure it's what, 8, 9, 10, something like this. This guy was gonna be up in 8, and this guy is basing as well. So this way you have a nice. That's why actually I call a base a reset, or in competitive they call it a reset, because on paper everyone is supposed to base at the same time, so we can walk back on the map at the same time on paper. That's like the dream, you know. And here you had really good tempo because of that, but you completely mess it up. Even if no one comes to you, etc., you would be late, which is not too terrible. As I said, being late is being on time, but yeah, you get the general idea. Like, you have your item, you're playing for your item, just get your item. Just like earlier, we were playing for the Drake, we get the Drake, just take the Drake, you know. It's that easy. Okay. And then just gonna...
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm thinking here. I walked up way too. I was up way too much. I don't even know why I walked up like that.
So just think about it now with a fresh eye. Like, what's your play right now? What's the play for your team? What are we playing for?
In general, like on the map.
Yes.
Do they have Baron?
Yes.
Do they have Baron? Okay, yeah, we're just clearing the wave until the Baron's over, because there's not much really we can do.
Exactly.
Don't die and clear the waves.
Try to dev this T2, try to dev this T3, and this guy is dead, so we might even have an opportunity to play a 5v4 here.
Right.
If they decide to push. So that's why it's terrible to go in the jungle right now, because the play is not to make a catch, to get vision or anything.
We're on defense right now.
So it just actually, like, you just need to actually, like, it sounds a bit more complex, but it's actually like simpler, you know, in a way. You just need to narrow down the game at what's the one thing that we need to be doing right now, and you just come into that. Of course, like, it sounds easy to say like this, but the situations are so like unique and shit, and sometimes it's going to be like so complex, etc. But I feel like like you actually need to simplify some things. Okay, I know what can help you a lot to kind of conclude on that. It's something that is gonna be off coaching. I will give you homework. I will give you as homework to watch one video. If you watch the Lethal Tempo versus Grass video, there's another one in that kind of style of videos, and it's here. Okay, I will give you two homeworks actually. You're gonna watch. I mean, of course, like, you don't have to do it, but I think it can help you a lot. Otherwise, I wouldn't give you this homework.
I promise.
This one right here. How to win as a split pusher. By split pusher, I mean like the identity of your champion. I will send you this on Discord.
Okay.
This can help you a lot. Covers everything. And then I know it's top lane, but the waves kind of work the same. Yesterday, someone asked me to be as vocal as possible and as educational as possible regarding, like, to get 10 CS per minute, basically. And I was like, okay, well, I will show you, because to get 10 CS per minute, it's all about like wave management and making the waves work for you. And I did it kind of perfectly on one game while explaining everything. So you just watch like the first 10 minutes of this. So it's like 20 minutes.
I don't know how you do it. I don't know. I don't know how you play and talk so well at the same time. It's really difficult.
It's like everything. It's with experience, you know. Like it didn't just come straight, you know. And I'm still I play better off stream.
How long have you been playing the game?
I started in season 7.
Oh wow!
But I went pretty like insane, pretty all in. Like, just the fact that I OTP Tryndamere starting in season 8, so it means that yes, I don't have that many years of experience at the game, but I have many years of experience at my champion, you know. And also I got pretty lucky, because the first week that I played, one of my friends told me, man, there's something you can do to win top with Nasus, because I was playing Nasus. You can freeze the lane. So someone told me about freezing when I was like silver 4. So I've been focusing on freezing and slow pushing and shit for like basically my whole lifetime on League, you know. So that's what makes me like good at it. I got pretty lucky. And then I have this thing where I try to be the best of my friends. And when I started playing the game, I had a friend who was like master, so
Oh
so I
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
okay, I will be better than him. And then I kind of
yeah,
made a friend who's a pro player, and now I want to be better than him. I mean, I want to be better than Ranger basically, and then I will stop. So
yeah.
yeah,
You don't think pro play? You think maybe
it's too late
that's a
because
possibility?
bro, I've been only playing TRYNDAMERE. Like, yeah, my champion pool is pretty low, and also pro play doesn't seem like appealing at all to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't get that much freedom. It's
yeah.
pretty
You gotta play
stressful, and
like 12 hours a day, dude.
yeah, and also it's very
Or even more.
result oriented, like, and you're too dependent on your teammates, or having a good team or a good structure or a good coach, because the results you're gonna have don't fully depend on you.
Yeah,
And when I'm streaming or doing solo queue or shit, the result that I have only depend on me, and I like that. That's why I play Tryndamere, by the way. It's
yeah.
just
That's
part of my
fair. Me too.
personality.
Me
Yeah.
too.
But then it needs to show more in your gameplay then, because yeah, I feel like, yeah, a bit more, yeah, be more selfish, and your teams are gonna actually like thank you for it. That's for sure.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about regarding that game. So
Yeah.
did that bring any question on that game or the game in general?
Um, I'm trying to think. That was all pretty good. I guess the another question I had was like, when should I build Hullbreaker? Because I feel like Hullbreaker is really, really strong. Um, so is there like I like to build it, but I don't build it all the time. So is there like a specific like instance where I should be building Hullbreaker?
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I like. So I probably overbuild Hullbreaker. I've been trying to underbuild it, like build it more consciously now. I think the best thing to look at is how independent is the rest of your team. Meaning that, can my team be independent in engages offensively, and are they also independent defensively to disengage? So, for
Yeah.
example, if your team is playing Senna, Misfortune bot, TF mid, and I don't know, Elise jungle. So they're all like squishes, no dashes and shit. And enemy team has Ornn, Nami support, Nami, Ornn, I don't know, Raze with the Raze ult, like whatever, like anything that has engage. And you're like, well, can enemy team just 5-man press ult on them and kill them? And the answer is yes. Probably you don't want to build Hullbreaker, because you want to be there with your team, because enemy team can force to like permafight, you know.
Yeah.
So for me, I would be looking at, is my team independent defensively and offensively, and then does it actually like allow me to do things that I wouldn't be allowed to do with Hullbreaker. For example, I really like to go Hullbreaker versus assassins, versus LeBlanc, versus Zed, versus Talon. Also, I really like it. Actually,
Okay.
Talon is a matchup that I said that I would go Grasp and Hullbreaker into. Because then he just cannot kill you. Because the thing that makes assassins strong into Tryndamere is that they can make you use your ult really quickly. Then they kite you during your ult duration, and then they finish you off. But if you have Hullbreaker, they cannot do that anymore. So then it's really good. I like to have Hullbreaker versus Darius, because Darius, if you don't have Hullbreaker, he just gets 5 stacks and ults, and you have to ult. But if you have Hullbreaker, he can go 5 stacks and ult, and you don't have to ult. Doesn't kill you. I like to go Hullbreaker versus Karthus, because when you have a Karthus in enemy team and you're in side lane, and you fight your opponent with Karthus ults, and then you just explode, you know? But if you have Hullbreaker, Karthus ult, it doesn't deal that much damage anymore. So does it actually like allow me to do something that I wouldn't be allowed without Hullbreaker? Because sometimes also you don't want to go Hullbreaker too early. Let's say I'm facing Set. I don't want to rush Hullbreaker, because if I have Hullbreaker, yes, I can survive the set, but I cannot kill him. If I go Kraken, I can still survive the set. I just have to like not get hit by everything, but I can also kill him. So then Hullbreaker doesn't like allow me new options. So unfortunately, yeah, there's no like one short answer. It's just kind of, is my team independent? and does it allow me to do something that Tryndamere is not supposed to be able to do, like face a Talon. Like what I love to do is like why I take it into Malphite, for example, is because otherwise Malphite I cannot just go for a Demolish proc. He just takes almost all my HP bar, and then I dash out and he ults me in, and then I have to ult, and then he Qs me at the end of my ult and then kills me. But if I have Hullbreaker, I can just survive and just go for a Demolish proc and completely ignore him. If I have Hullbreaker and Triforce, I can ignore him and take the whole turret. So now it allows me to do new things that I couldn't do, but it doesn't take away things that I could do, because I couldn't kill the Malphite anyway with Kraken, Navori, Serida, Borg. I still cannot kill a Malphite. So it's kind of like, yeah, how you answer it.
Is there like should I always go Navori? Because usually when I play mid lane, almost every time I'm going Hydra into Kraken every single time, and then usually I'll go Navori, but sometimes I'll go sometimes I'll go Hullbreaker instead of Navori if like you said before, if it looks like my team is fine like without me, and it's more beneficial for me to split push. Is that something I should do? Like, when should I not be going Navori? Is there ever a time I shouldn't go Navori, basically?
Well, I mean, that's what I said regarding like the builds. Why I didn't want to go too deep in it, because I think some games you should just go Stridebreaker instead, especially in mid. But I mean, basically Navori is a really good teamfight item. It's way better. Like Stridebreaker is better in a 1v1 to stick on an opponent, and Navori is better like in a team fight. In like generally, like you have crits, you reset your E, and you can like move inside the team fight. You can stick on the squishes and shit. So I mean, if you're team fighting, I think Navori is the better mythic to have, unless they're all like very squishy and hard to get, and then Stridebreaker, yes. But then yeah. I think it's fine to go. I think that Hydra Kraken is a pretty good power spike if you don't die. The thing is you die a bit too much, so you never got to stack your Hydra to 40. But because Kraken like deals like damage based on your AD, well, if you have a lot of AD because of Hydra and then you have Kraken, you actually have some pretty big damage. And then Navori seems like the better third item if you're grouping and if you're fighting. But if you're looking to split, it still depends, because sometimes Navori is going to be the better. It depends if you're looking to kill your opponent or just bring a wave and then ignore him and take the turret. But I think like Navori is a good like general option. Like if you look at Ranger as OPGG, like he goes Navori, I think 8 out of 10 games or something. So
yeah, I rarely see him deviate from specific build.
Yeah, so you can rarely go wrong with Navori. And even if you go Hullbreaker, you can still go Hullbreaker and then Navori as a fourth item. No.
Yeah. How do you feel about Iceborne? Like
oh, so I tried it. I saw the subreddit and shit.
Yeah.
Or the Reddit post, and so I tried it, but I actually think that the guy is missing a few things. So the guy was talking about it like Iceborne was the messiah and it was just straight up better in every situation.
Yeah.
The issue is, as Tryndamere, you need to spike as hard as possible throughout the game. And Iceborne is a really good 4-item spike, because he said, yeah, imagine now you have Kraken and PD and Borg and this and Mortal Reminder. Well, now Iceborne is the best item. Yes, but in how many games do you get to build 5 items, actually?
Right, not many.
And also, the higher you go, the closer you get to Diamond, the shorter the games will be. So the thing with Tryndamere is you need to spike on one item. You need to spike on 2 items. And for example, so what he was calling is like, once you have Kraken and PD and Borg, then you go Iceborne. And I'm like, yes, but the two item spike of Kraken PD is way worse than Kraken Navori. Kraken Navori is a way better spike, or Hydra Kraken Navori if you want. But I think it's really good into full AD comps. In full AD comps, that's my new go-to. Because the thing you can do is whenever, so the way like defensive stats work, the earlier the better, basically. Because you want to get as fast as possible to 100 armor, basically, which is like 50% reduced damage. And then every armor on top of that like it has less value. It's like the less armor you have, the more armor has value. It's like I don't know
Right.
how to call the curve, but it's like decreasing. It's increasing, but it increases slower and slower. Anyway, so you buy the chain vest early, so you can go Kraken, chain vest, build 2 other items, go Hullbreaker most likely if they're full HD, if they're full AD, so you get tankiness, etc. And then Iceborne. You finish off your chain vest. This is
Okay.
insane. This is really, really good. But otherwise, I don't really see it being that good, because the problem is you are not gonna build it as a first or second item, or
Right.
it's just not as good of a spike. And then if you build it late, it means, yeah, you're just giving out. But maybe a very late game you can sell your items and make a build with it if you're in a 50 minutes game, and then you have like 10k gold sitting, and then you can just resell and rebuy items maybe. But like on
Yeah.
Tryndamere, actually you have so many good full stuffs. But at the early season, I was watching like the whole all of Ranger's theory crafting, and I did like hours of theory crafting myself. And the thing is, it's very easy to find a 5 items build on Tryndamere. You can have builds with Shojin and shit. You can have builds with like so many different options, so many items. But that's not the
Yeah.
issue. The issue is spiking as hard as possible on every single base. That's why actually, like here I said that it's better to go with 1600. It's better to still buy a BF, I think, than
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
this
don't
and
even know
this.
why I was going to Void first. I have no
Yeah.
no idea why.
But yeah, like on Trin, you need to spike as hard as possible. So you wanna go out of base with the least amount of gold as possible, and with the items that gives you the most stat for what you're gonna do next, basically. So that's what I think about this
Okay.
build.
So exceptional, and only in exceptional circumstances is Iceborne good.
Yes, I'd say into full AD or very, very late game, once you like can sell your items and kind of redo
Okay.
your build, it can be good.
Okay.
Any other question? Any other?
Honestly, I don't think so. This was pretty informative. I've got a lot to think about anyway.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you have content, that's for sure.
yeah, definitely got a lot of stuff to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any like other specific bullet point things that you think I need to iron out? Like just generally to get to diamond.
I feel like nothing that deserves putting focus on too much. Like of course, like everything could be bettered, you know, because yeah, other things that I didn't talk about, you are doing right. But of course, like even your strong points could be improved. But I think that's like you should approach the game like try to find out your weaknesses and work on them. So I talked about all of them, I think. And while you're playing the game, yeah, try to keep in mind that thing that we talked about is actually like I'm just the idea that you always have a best thing to do. So at some points you're gonna have terrible games. Like these kind of games might happen again, and it's really important that you try to not put focus on, man, what a terrible game I'm having, etc., and just try to say, okay, well that's a new situation. That's the information. What's my better option? Because that's the end goal. The end goal of League of Legends is being able to answer at any point, what's my best play now? That's what every League of Legends player is trying to do. But of course, you need to know so much about the game to be able to answer to what's the best play now. And you need to know where everyone is, and the vision, and the bar spikes, and the wards, and the items, and the levels, and the like you need all the information to find the exact best play. But that's still like at any time if you're kind of lost in your game or like in general in solo queue, etc., just keep asking yourself like just that one question, try to recenter it. And if you're in the early game, you find the answer by wave state. Basically, is my wave state good or bad? If it's good, it means that I have time. What do I do with that time? If it's bad, can I fix it? If I can fix it, you just fix it. And if you cannot, you move, you do something else. You don't just twerk around your wave and cry, you know. And after 14 minutes, it becomes what's the next objective, and how can I actually help my team get it? And of course, if the answer is just, well, we can just take it now, you take it now. If you cannot, it's like, okay, well, can we win the fight, etc., and then you find answers. But basically, try to yeah, to cut your games into pieces and try to create like sequences of waves early on, and then later just playing for those objectives. And whenever there's no objectives, we just play for spikes, and you try to hold on your flash and your ghost, so you always have a flash, always have ghost when a Drake is spawning or Nash is spawning, and by default you will have an advantage on the rest of your, like, the rest of the players in the game, because they don't think about those things, or they will get diamond already.
Yeah. Okay. That makes
Yep.
sense.
Yeah, I think I think I covered like everything that I felt was important for you, which is still like there's a bit of info, but sometimes like the best way to actually learn and improve is to not play the game, and if you watch content, try to watch proactively from now on. At least sometimes, you know, one out of 2 or 3 games, you just press pause at some point. What would I do here? What do I think is the right play? How would I use my ability here? You press pause, you think about it, you press play, and you look if it's different or not. And most likely it will be different. Otherwise, you'll be master plus,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you gonna try to understand why was it different. What did? And sometimes we're gonna just do mistakes, you know. Like Ranger does a ton of mistakes. I do a ton of mistakes. Like we all do
Yeah.
mistakes.
Everybody
But
does. Yeah.
exactly. But still try to understand like what did we see? Why did we go for that? And 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 yeah, and then you go into a game, it's going to be very easier to just see those situations again, and then you're going to know more easily what to do in those cases, basically.
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay.
Is there anything? Yeah. Is there anything else specifically?
Well, if it's good
Because
for,
I can't think of
yeah.
anything.
Okay, nice. So yeah, I just want to make sure before I end my coaching that you have like 0 question and everything's covered. So I have a few things to kind of conclude my coaching.
Okay.
First one would be, well, I'm trying to make you better players, but I'm trying to make myself a better coach as well. So if you can try to think like from the top of the dome of the things that I've been doing right during the session, so I can keep doing those. But also if I've been doing anything wrong or could be improved, please let me know as well so I can work on it.
I honestly don't know if I can think of anything off the top of my head. Honestly, just because I was so focused on my gameplay, but I will say you're definitely very thorough, which is really good. Definitely thorough. You're trying to make sure. It seems like you try to make sure that that whoever you're talking to understands exactly what you're trying to get across. Um, which I definitely like. I think I think I need. I can DM you on Discord actually, like later some stuff because I'm definitely gonna look over this pod
Oh yeah, for sure.
later,
Yeah, we can do that.
so that way I can give you better feedback because I feel like I was definitely more focused on
Oh yeah,
my own gameplay.
which is really good. That's how you should do coaching. Um. Okay. Well, yeah, you can send me this later on Discord. No problem.
Yeah, I will. I
Oh,
promise.
okay. Well, so that was one thing. The other thing would be, yeah, just know that now you've unlocked a little achievement which says DMs to Chaddouk on Discord, which means that you can send me messages on Discord about a play, about a question, a specific like whatever regarding the game,
Yeah.
and I will try to answer it to the best of my capacity. So if there's anything that you forgot to ask me during the session, it's fine. You can just ask me on Discord, no problem.
Okay.
And then the very last thing would be, I mean, usually I just say that, of course, yes, I have a secret agenda, and you guys can pay me out with your attention and follows and subs, etc. But you seem to be already
True.
like
Make sure
following
you
and
sub to
share.
this guy. Yeah, make sure you subscribe
Thank you so
and
much.
follow him.
And
Good
recently,
stuff.
I like 2 days ago, I think I posted a MOBA Fire guide.
Oh, I did. I saw
Um,
that. I saw that.
So I think they get more clout and views if they get upvoted.
Yeah.
So if you can just throw an upvote in there, that would be like the best way
Okay.
to kind of retribute me
I can
for
do
that.
that.
I can
want your,
guarantee you it's good content. Yeah, like you can read it if you want, because I don't want people to
Yeah.
just upvote something because I asked them for it. but yeah, it's good content.
Yeah, I use your matchup guide too. I use you because
Oh,
Fogs obviously
nice.
isn't super up to date. His is
Yeah.
still good, but yours is definitely. I like that you include the cooldowns for each character and their abilities.
Yeah, so I actually created it for me, just for to have the cooldowns, and then I was like, I might as well add my feel of the matchup so I can share it as well, and
Yeah.
it makes me like really proud to see that there's always some people in it.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I use it every game.
but I'll make sure to add some mid matchups because there's not
Oh
many
yeah,
mid lane matchups in there, so I will make sure to add them.
yeah. That would be very helpful too.
Yes, for sure. Okay, well, if it's good for you, I think it's good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything else? Nothing? Good here?
No, I'm all good. I appreciate your time and yeah, it was really very educational. I definitely learned a lot of stuff that I hadn't even thought about before.
Awesome. Well, that was the goal, so that's perfect. Very nice to hear. Well,
Does
in
this
that
go on
case,
YouTube?
yeah, it's going on YouTube, and I'll probably send you the link so you can just yeah, go back to it. Um, yeah, they usually don't get too many views. The coaching is just so you guys can just rewatch it as many times as you want,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Well, they should
Okay.
get more views because they're good. I watched the two of your diamond Tryndamere
Mm,
coaching videos.
yeah.
I watched I watched like two of them. They're pretty good.
Let's go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, they're gonna get the views eventually at some point. Like just building an audience,
Yeah,
it's gonna
definitely.
work at some point.
I think you're on the way for sure. Your
Thank you
stuff
so much, man.
I think you're definitely I mean, I think you're the only Tryndamere like educational channel. I can't think of another one.
Fully educational, I think, or fully Tryndamere also,
Yeah,
because I think there's a guy called Kerberos who started to do educational content. He's like 1600 LP peak, so he's like way better than me. And he plays Tryndamere. He doesn't
really.
play only Tryndamere. He plays like 6 champions, but it's good content also. I think it's Kerberos, Kerberos. And he's been starting to do content, but oh, by the way, I mean, okay, you're gonna be the first one to know to hear that with the guys who are
Okay.
on stream. We're actually working with the Frappy, which is like the first. Wait, what's happening? Do I have a video that's blowing? Why did I get like 40 notifications? Okay. Anyway, so we're working with the pro in video editing to do like high quality TikToks. Like right now I'm posting TikToks and YouTube Shorts, but they're
Right.
only like clips from my games, and there is no context to it, and it's just like the clip. But now we're gonna have like actually edited videos where we talk about the concept for like 30 or 40 seconds, kind of just like what Alois does, or Skill Caps, or pro guides, or the good channels.
Yeah,
So yeah, we're gonna have some
that
really
sounds
good
like a good
content
idea.
coming, and yeah, so it's gonna be coming, and yeah, we're surely working on it. I'm working on every aspect. Like I'm working my ass off, and I'm sure like
Yeah,
you always end up getting what you deserve, in a bad or in a good way. So
yeah, definitely.
we'll see. But yeah, thank you, and thank you for being coachable, and thank you for the kind words. And but who are you on Twitch? Have you ever typed or anything?
No, I,
Okay,
I, I
you're a
have, I have
lurker.
not. I watch. Yeah, I watch the stream. I watch the VODs too sometimes. 'Cause you stream at like your stream starts at like 3 a.m. my time.
Hmm.
So yeah, so I don't usually get to catch them when
True.
they're live. So I'll watch the VODs to
Okay.
see what you do,
Nice. Awesome.
see how
Well,
you
thank you
play.
for supporting the content. Then thank you so much. Hopefully it
Of
helps.
course.
Okay. Well, Jeremy, thank you so much. Well, you have a great day. I think it should be like 11 a.m. for you right now. 10, 11.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, you have a nice day. Thank you again, and I will see you soon. Maybe on Discord, maybe on Twitch, maybe on YouTube, wherever. But you have a great one.
You too.
Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.